Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Local Pundit. I'm Josh Anthony. This is your Wrexham watch along for the Portland Thorns FC versus Wrexham AFC. Yes, we are waiting for the teams to come out. We have a picture here that's come up. It's on the iFollow. We're trying to figure it out. Thanks all for coming in, and we're working without a net tonight. So I appreciate everyone coming in early and joining us for this evening's Wrexham women's game. Yes, it's going to be a fun one, and I got the game up here. We have a live shot caught up to the back a little bit, so bear with us. We're trying to get this going. As we know, when I start touching buttons, it's going to get fucked up. So, so it's good to see everyone in early, and let's get this. This is the last women's game on the Wrex Coast Tour. They have been beaten twice. Doesn't matter. It's about what the significance of them being on tour and what they're doing. No other women's team is doing what they're doing in the UK, traveling and getting the support and what they're and what it means. Tonight they're going to be debuting the new gold kit, so really pumped about that. So, anyways, smash a like on the video, get involved in the chat. Let's make this very, very interactive tonight. I'm hoping that this all figures out. I'll just flat out just give you a little glance. Like that's what I have right there. That's what I'm looking at. There's nothing much. I thought it'd be earlier. And it looks like right now the ladies are coming on right now. Let's see here. There's a bunch of people early on here. Evergame Studio says evening, second time here for me it seems. Yes, Evergame, how you doing, EG? Good to see you. Right now the ladies are walking out. Looks like Rexy's walking out. It's a far shot, but no, we're gonna make this fun. We're gonna have a good time. I'm even going to, if anyone wants to pop in at any point, I'm leaving it early. I'm leaving it early because there's a lot happening. Thank you, Marie. Hi, Marie from SoCal. How are you? Good to see you. Right now, they're gonna swap. It looks like they're gonna swap out the jerseys. McElhenney is there. McElhenney is in Portland. Here's the significance of this. Caitlin Olsen is from Portland, so she's from Oregon. So this is actually kind of makes sense. So McElhenney apparently is on the pitch. We can't see because it's about 60 yards away, 100 yards away. We have no up close view right now of what is happening. But Marie from SoCal, how you doing? Evergames is in here. Thank you. Subscribe if you haven't. We're on our way to 1,000 subs. We want to get to 1,000 subs before August 10th. Hold on, I'm trying to hear what McElhenney has to say. He said that McElhenney said the beating heart of women's football. That's why we're here. I'm just listening as we do this. Yeah, he's passing it to Caitlin Olsen, who's from Portland, Oregon. Yes, told you. Caitlin is from Portland, Oregon. There is no ECU on this right now. He's having a panic attack, she says. Caitlin says she's so proud of the women, proud of the city, talking about the city, Portland, Oregon. And Caitlin just said, I hope everyone has fun. That's really good. Again, no ECU extreme close-ups of what it is. So we're like, wait, fuck it. Who cares? This is what I'm looking at here. That's what I'm looking at. So there we go. That's what we're looking at. But Rob and Caitlin are on the pitch right now. They're going to do a jersey swap and waiting for the teams to come out. Rexy's out there. So that's what we're looking at. So I see there's a lot of chats in there. And Welsh Techie's in. How you doing, Welsh Techie? How you doing, brother? Evergame, what did she say? Who said? Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to just keep up with what's going on. 71 more subs, 1,000. Yeah. And we go to sub. Well, we're gonna eat fresh. Yeah, awesome. It's all because of you. It's all because of you. No, it has nothing to do with me. It's all because of you. So thank you all for supporting the channel. So I'm just trying to get a little beat on what's going on here. The coverage is not great, but we are here. We're doing it. So it'll be lots of fun. So get involved. Help me through this one. Help me through this. I'm excited to see it. A beautiful stadium. Looks like a beautiful night in Oregon. In Portland, Oregon. And Will Ambo, yes, 71 to go. Is there any way for us to move from Welsh leagues to the English leagues? That's a great question, EG. Evergames Studio, where are you from? First time interacting with you, but there's a lot of great people in here. It says morning. Welsh Techie's in here. Will Ambo is in here. And Aaron says just a view from the corner of the stadium. Yeah, it's pretty bad right now. I got sound. They're walking off right now. I think Rob might be wearing the new yellow kit. I'm not confirming that, but I'm trying to get a beat on what's going on here. Aaron's going to come in a second, help us out, and have a little chat. What's going on, brother? Hey, brother, how you doing?
Hey, man.
How you doing? I got it's not good coverage, to be honest. To
Hold
see
on,
what's
I'm
going
trying.
on. You got the same thing I got?
Yeah, I think so. I'm sorry. I'm trying to. I had
No, you good.
going twice in my head. I had the YouTube on one screen and the.
You don't want me twice in
on
your head.
other.
You barely want me once in your head, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I was hearing like everything you were saying like 4 times.
Okay. I got the ladies walking out in the gold kit right now. They're walking on the pitch.
I got that too.
Yeah. Copy that.
Exactly.
Copy that. And it looks good. What do you think? What do you got?
Dude, I love that gold kit.
I do too.
Dude, looks fantastic. If I get glitchy, not my internet's been kind of crappy, so
it's all right.
If I get glitchy,
you just be fired. It's over. You're done. You're just fired. Or no, if you get glitchy, I get fired. There you go. They're doing the national anthems right now. So yeah. So one of the girls, Alexis, was on our show this week.
Yeah, I saw that.
And I didn't want to put her on the thumbnail because I did not know how old she was. I'm like, I'm not going to put a 17-year-old on a thumbnail. So I want to make sure that, man or woman, right. I'm like, I'm not going to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
Her name was Alexis. If we look it up in a second here, I think she's actually started. I think that was her. I just saw her right there. The yellow kit's fire. Yellow kit's fire.
Looks good. It looks good.
Yeah. Yellow kit is absolute fire. They look ready to go. This is the under 19 teams. They're playing the Portland Thorns. A lot of good chatter in here. Let me get through, son. So Evan Evergame students from Georgia, USA. Not Welsh Tucky's in the house as well. How you doing, Welsh Tucky? It's got to be late for you. John Hampton. I don't think they put a whole lot into this production for iFollow. They picked it up right now. I mean, it's starting to pick up.
Yeah.
Right?
It looks a lot better now. Yeah.
Yep. Rich Farrell. There's Caitlin. And okay, so Rob is wearing the jersey. Caitlin's not. Rob is giving a high five down there. Here's the starting lineup real quick. Chloe Anchors. Sorry, I know. Sorry to talk over you. Chloe Anchors is going to be the goalkeeper. Olivia Fuller is playing at the back as defense. Aaron Lovett looking good there in the red. Rebecca Pritchard in midfield. Brooks Carnes. Rosie Hughes, number 9, forward. There you go. TJ Dickens is playing in midfield as well. Kara Jones in midfield as well, who scored the other day for the first time. Katie Sharp. And Lily Jones captaining the side, midfielder tonight. Well done. And Leah Burke, number 28, who was injured the other night but came back. So good on her. And on the other side of things, Portland Thorns, Michaela McCollum, okay, number 0. Sorry, I know I'm trying to get through that. Sorry, Aaron, didn't mean to ignore you.
You're good. You're good.
Kaylee Tagai, number 2. Lexi Caco Gonzalez, that's the girl that was on the show, number 3. She's a forward, and number 3, yes. Lucy Rokos is a defender, number 4. Shay Adams, there we go. And number 8, Ella Callahan, there we go. Amelia Warta on the other side of things, and Violet Rademacher. I got that right the first time. I don't know how I did that. Aviani Brandt, Aaron, Kelney Whitaker, midfielder. What am I doing? Shayla Bradley, number 16, midfielder. So the girl that popped into today was was number 3. Yes, number 3.
Right on.
Bree from SoCal. There you go. New view. There we go. Drew Hunt says, is the Thorns feed It's the Thorns feed. We're lucky to get this. To be fair, yes, we're working without a net. We don't have a net. We're just literally skydiving at this point. So bear with us all. Aaron, what do you think so far? What are you looking forward to tonight?
I'm just looking forward to seeing the girls play. I've not got to see any other matches yet, so not this season, this summer. So It's exciting to see them and see how they get along. Hopefully, tonight goes a lot better than the last two have gone.
Whoa. We have a debut coming in. Walsh Techie, give me the thumbs up. Give me the thumbs up. Yeah.
Got him.
Oh, we got a double thumbs up there. How you doing, brother?
Good evening, gents. How are we? Okay?
Yeah, we're doing all right.
Fantastic. How you doing, man?
Good, man. How are you? I figured it's 3:15 in the morning here. I've got nothing better to do, so I thought I'd come on and join the conversation. See, it's the first time we get to see this women this season, which is great. Great.
Yeah, well done, and welcome aboard and welcome in, man. I know you've been, in the chat, and we're happy to have you on. Aaron, I was just asking Aaron what he thinks of the kit, and what do you think of the kit so far? What do you got?
Kit's great. Yeah, kit's really good. I actually saw it just before it went out because my wife works for the club. So She showed me a sneaky picture that she wasn't supposed to show anybody, which was great.
No,
so delete, that's good. Delete. It's fine. It's okay. I mean, at the end of the day, it's exactly what I expected it to be. Absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
From that point of view. And apparently, from what I've been told, I've not seen, the black kit is just as superb.
I believe it. I actually believe it. But I just got game kicked off. We're 15 seconds in. It's 0-0, obviously. I was a little nervous, by the way. I don't know if you're watching it, Walsh Techie and Aaron. They pulled back to that far corner again. I was like, are we going to watch the game?
I think that's just the media companies just trying to get a head around what's going on, I would imagine. Yeah. But this should be quite an interesting game. I mean, we were, funny enough, me and my brother recorded our pod earlier today, and I'm just finishing editing it. And we talked a lot about the women and how we think this game will affect them, because obviously they've had two fairly heavy defeats, and we're concerned about confidence moving forward. And the fact that obviously the women haven't announced any signings as yet, lost 6 players, 4 that have been released, 2 which have gone on to education in the States, which is great. So they're the under-19 side. So they're although the women's season, the Adrian Leagues, does start a fair bit later than the men's, so there's a bit more time. And from a point of view of transfers, the transfers within the Adrian Leagues is a little bit different. It's not as serious as the men's are. The men's have that kind of stop off at the end of August, and that's it. They can't do anything until January. It's a little more fluid for the women, so they have a little bit more time from that point of view. But we've heard nothing, and we're not sure whether that's communication or whether that is just the fact that at the moment nothing's actually been locked down. So it will be interesting to see what the team are looking at. Steve Dale and Gemma, people like that. My wife's heard from Gemma. She knows Gemma really, really well. While they've been out in the States, Gemma said they're having an absolutely amazing time. They've absolutely loved it, even though all the results maybe haven't gone the way they'd like. The good thing is it's a good run out for the girls themselves. They've loved being out in the States. They've loved talking to everybody. They visited one of the academies in Portland yesterday, to the under 12s, I think it was.
Saw that.
And absolutely loved that. They were treated like rock stars, Gemma said, and it was absolutely brilliant. So great. Well done, Chloe. Great save.
Great save right there. I'll bring Aaron to this too. So I went to the women's game, the first one they had. And we obviously had a heavy defeat, but I don't really think it's about wins or losses. Yeah, you don't want to mess with the their confidence and everything. But I think this is groundbreaking in certain ways, especially for the tour, for the women to be here. And I know I played sports. Obviously, I'm sure you guys did as well. But just having this happen is like that first step. Just getting there. Yeah. So I'm by the way, Lily captain. What do you guys think of that?
It's great. Absolutely great. I mean, she's a superb player. I speak to her on match days because I've got a season ticket, obviously. So, and she goes as well because she has a season ticket for the men as well. And I see her on a regular basis. And the day when we were playing Swansea at home, and she hit that absolute screamer from just off the halfway line to score. She was at the men's game then the week after that, and I saw her by the club shop, and I said, Lily, what a brilliant shot. And she said, oh, thanks very much. She said, to be fair, I just hit it and hoped, and it just turns out that the keeper was off her line, and I caught her beautifully. She said, but I could see she was off her line, so I thought I'd take a bit of a chance. Lovely person, great player, physical, strong, but has skills to go with it, which is you can't ask for more than that from a football player. So yeah, absolutely brilliant, lovely person. So I think it's great that she's going to be captain, and I think she's going to go far. It's interesting with Portland Thorns, obviously, because this is Portland Thorns Academy, not the Portland Thorns main team. Portland Thorns main team, when they won the last championship in 2022, they were managed by Rhiannon Wilkinson, who is of course now Wales women's manager. So I've seen her tactics up close with the women's side, the national women's side, and she knows her stuff. So yeah, it's really good. This is a real step up for Wrexham Women. SoCal. Hoping that's nothing serious for Erin there. Hope she's okay.
Yeah, sorry.
Cut to an advert. Perfect. Perfect timing.
So, what's going on? Why are they pulling away? What's going on here? Is this
they've just dropped into an advert by the looks of it. I think they're obviously popping in adverts when they feel they can cut away in the usual American fashion that we enjoy.
So for Lily, is this the first time she's been the captain?
Yes. First time. Because Lily's only, I think she's only 19, I think, something like that. I think.
Right.
She's just finishing college, I think. College in the UK is a little bit earlier, not kind of advanced college, not kind of university style. So I think she's about 19. So yeah, first time. No, Erin's fine. Look, she's great.
Erin's fine. She's up. She looks
made a tough stuff. Erin made a very, very tough stuff. Good player, strong player, which is great.
Yeah. By the way, the kit is great. The kit looks great.
Yeah,
really.
It
looks lovely. Yeah, really, really good. They've offered it with white shirts or black shorts, and I think black shorts work better.
I think black shirts are great.
with the black collar and everything, which is
does
it
have a collar on it? Yeah, it does have a collar.
It does have collar, exactly the same. And apparently the black shirt will have the collar on as well.
Yes, I like it.
Just offside there for that game.
No, we're at 6 minutes. Go ahead, Aaron. Sorry.
I like the black. I like the gold kit with the collar on it. I don't like the collar on the white or on the red kit. The white, I don't know. I don't know if it's just because it's the white or whatever. But for some reason, it just looks awkward on the red one. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. I don't know. It just looks awkward to me. But this one looks better.
Yeah.
Many people have said that the red kit really doesn't do it for them. They've not. It's not really pulling up any plants or anything. It's just the way it is. You can see
I like the drag scales. I like the scale.
Yeah, I saw it in person. I did. I know. I'm sure maybe Welchik, you did see it or missed to see it. I saw it in person. The ladies wearing it the other night was fire. I like the piping on the bottom. Looked really good. By the way, Erin is good. She looks great. She had a little pickup right there. But it is fire. I like it a lot. But I think it's a little. People are like expecting a little bit more. But let's just say we have 3 kits to choose from. I think that's pretty amazing. I really do. Mulberry Red says, evening, gents. Really nice crowd watching the ladies. Yes, I think they're going to break a record here tonight for this, too. And JSY Talks Football Fan Channel. Evening, gents. Hope you're all well. Yes, hop in. Everyone have their say. Let's do this. Yeah, let's do this. Awesome. But guys, what are we seeing so far? I mean, it's a little bit of figuring out, but it looks like it's a pack. Like the people are still filing in there. What a great event.
I mean, the thing is, Wrexham aren't going to see a lot of the ball here. It's going to be a bit like the men were at Chelsea. They're going to have to contain. They're going to have to defend well. They're going to have to stay rigid, shape wise. They're going to have to make sure that they cover, because you can see how fast the Portland Thorns attackers are. They'll go. I mean, that last one was just caught offside, and it was just. And if they go, they go. So you're going to have to monitor them quite closely, and that's the one thing that Steve Dale, I know, is working on at the moment. Because that was often the criticism when we were playing Cardiff last season, is that because you had players like Kehoe, who was just a phenomenal player for that level. She's too fast. If you're not tracking where she is and anticipating her run, she's gone. and when she's ahead of you, you're on the wrong side of it, and you're not going to catch her. So that's what Steve Dale wants to work on, and he's been pressing into the defense, saying, "Listen, you need to be that little half step ahead. You can't react. You've got to preempt yourself a little bit," which is great.
Ken's in the house.
Morning, Ken.
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 Hey.
Yeah, double pop collar, Ken. What the fuck?
Bring it. We're sharp today.
What fraternity are you in?
Hey. Me and my frat boys.
Yeah.
He's got enough collars for all of us.
Welcome in. 0-0 here. 8 minutes and 54 seconds in. Welsh Techie, while we have you in real quick, I want to turn the conversation real quick in regards to Rosie. Two things. One, the Cardiff game not starting. Two, the conversations, and I don't want to stay negative at all, but I want to get a little more insight on some of the feedback or the pushback that's happened with Rosie lately in regards to some of her comments. And is there something there that we are missing, or is it just a one-off? If you have some perspective on that.
It's always a difficult one, isn't it? It's always a difficult one. I mean, Rosie is very excitable. She's a very excitable player. She's a very passionate player.
Yep.
And we've seen throughout history, it's been replete with sports people who have been interviewed post-game, pre-game,
having a say,
talk shows, saying something, being misinterpreted, and then social media kicks in and as an absolute massive, they have then a massive go. You have to be really, really careful. I think the outcry has been massively overrated. I am concerned for Rosie because she's a human being.
Yes.
And I know I've met her. I've spoken to her. My wife knows her. I've spoken to her. She's a lovely person. She absolutely. We've got to close down here. Got to close her down. Don't let her go. Don't let her go.
Oh, off the bar.
Oof. Back.
Top shot.
Come
on, girls.
Clear it. Well played.
Well done.
There we go.
Well played.
Good work.
Reform now, guys. Come on.
That clear the lines. Yeah. Ooh. I agree with you on all those fronts, and we'll have the guys have their say as well. I thought it was a little much. It's like, listen, just ease up a little bit. You know what I mean? Like people just jump on everything. Here's a
funny thing for you from a tweet that I've seen today. Okay, so there's a Facebook group called Wrexham Town Matters.
Yeah.
Okay, and the post on Wrexham Town Matters, which was at 7:20 p.m. today. Thank you to everyone who stopped and helped pick up and replant the geraniums in the planters at the end of Regent Street High Street, which is in Wrexham, that were vandalised by a group of young kids and thrown over the street. Community spirit. Could do with council checking, rewatering ASAP to ensure survival. So it does happen. These things happen. Rosie was not saying anything. Rosie was not saying Wrexham is a terrible place. It happens everywhere.
It does.
But unfortunately, some people absolutely overreacted. They should not have treated Rosie in this way. I feel for Rosie, absolutely.
Yeah.
I don't live in Wrexham at the moment. I live in South Wales, but I feel for Rosie. Where I live, it's the same. There are lots of people in the same. I'm sure that where they were in LA, it might be lovely, but I'm sure if you go to downtown LA or somewhere else in LA, there'll be areas where you will say, well, no, it's not. It's not all, idyllic, beautifully, beautifully.
Oh, by the way, she was in Beverly Hills. You go near my house in Toluca Lake over here. There's homeless everywhere. So it's like, I think I just wanted to bring it up, just not in a bad way. And I just wanted to get another perspective and the guy's perspective as well. I know, Ken, we talked about the other day too.
Clear it. Well played, Chloe.
Off the line.
Oof. Get it.
1-0.
Oh, unlucky. Unlucky. Chloe couldn't get down on it.
Yeah. I don't think Aaron's actually feeling well. Boys, I'll pass to you guys as I change it. Go ahead. I'm having it. Ken, welcome in.
Yeah, hi guys. Hi Wells Techie. Good to meet you.
Hi Ken, how are you?
Very well, very well. Yeah, I think obviously we've just gone down 1-0 there, but it's good to see the girls.
Oh no, it's disallowed.
Oh shoot. Okay, good.
All right.
I think it was a foul. I think it was a foul on the keeper or offside, one or the other. Offside. I think you're right.
I mean, and on Rosie, not media trained, not media savvy. People have got to actually give these people some space to breathe and and comment without coming on them like
Handball.
a sack of potatoes, because it's I'm a little bit delayed on you guys, but that's okay. I'm still enjoying it.
13:24. That's where we're at.
Yeah, I can't. It's saying, obviously there's a bit of delay here in Australia because it's saying I'm live, but it's 13:22.
Offside.
Offside, way offside there.
No, I think it was touched by one of our players. That's why. Well stopped, Chloe. Well played.
But
Chloe,
what I'm loving about the female matches over in the tour is they're actually being stretched against better quality players, which can only do them good.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's fantastic. We want to see, and it goes to show the levels of football and the different levels that people have got to play against. So, it's only going to make them better players.
Also, too, they're in a different part of the season. Our ladies, they've been off for what? You know what I mean? They've been off for what?
May.
Yeah.
May the 2nd was the last game. Was the cup game?
Go.
The cup game. That was the last game they played.
Yep.
Yep.
So, Adam says, "I love Toronto. We got a homeless problem." Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean that's so I get it, and Vegas too.
You go to Rockville, and Aaron's sleeping in his car.
Yeah.
But Rosie, Rosie was upset by the reaction.
I bet she was.
She's a human being, and she's a good person. She cares for her teammates. She cares for the community of Wrexham. She works in Wrexham. Go on, shot!
Oh, wow!
Lily?
Great shot, Rosie. Well played.
Rosie.
Great shot.
Wow. Yeah. Speaking of devil,
that's the answer right there. If she can put one in the net today, that's the perfect answer. That really would be the perfect answer.
That was a great.
That was Lily. That was Lily.
Yeah.
It's a post. That was Lily.
That was a great save by the keeper.
Yeah, it was a great save.
Great
Oh
save.
no, it did it. Yeah. Was it a save or the post? Couldn't tell.
Corner.
It's corner. Lily in for the corner. Straight in the box.
Hit it.
Get it. Shoot.
28.
Whoa! What's that one? Cara Jones, I think that was. No.
Cara Jones. Okay.
No.
So her boyfriend was in the chat with us the other night. She went off injured, but she seems to be fit again, which is great. That's good.
The only main player is Phoebe Davis. Phoebe Davis has gone back home to be with her daughter, so she's not on the tour anymore, which was always planned. She was only ever going to stay for 2. So
okay. Does she have a young daughter? I mean, I don't
know. Yeah. Little girl was kind of 3, so she didn't want to be away from her for too long.
Well played. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's fair enough. Come on, get byline, clear it. By the way, we have 50 people in here, which is great. Thank you all for coming in. I know we're just striving to watch some Wrexham and the women's team, and it's good to support. And this is their last game, and thank you. This is really fun. Really fun.
Somebody in the chat asked the question earlier about could Wrexham women move from the Welsh leagues to the English leagues? Yes, it's possible, but the problem is you'd have to have the permission of the Welsh FA. They would have to vote to say, yes, you can leave the league, which they will never do because obviously Wrexham women are too big and too popular. And then that would give Cardiff and Swansea the green light to say, okay, well, we're going to go as well because we're going to follow Cardiff because there's 2 teams. There's Cardiff City women and there's Cardiff ladies. Cardiff ladies already are in the English system. They're kind of League 3 or 4, something like that. Mm-hmm. So the Welsh FA, get in there. Good save, Chloe. Well played.
She looks very young.
She's 19.
Yeah, okay.
She's 19, Chloe. She's part of the under-19s normally. Wow. So yeah, the Welsh FA would have to give permission. If they didn't give permission, then the women's side would be sanctioned, which means they would not be allowed to play in Wales. There is a precedence for this. The Newport men in the 90s had a massive falling out with the Welsh FA over the football ground that they were playing at the time because they didn't own it, but they rented it from the council and they refused to pay the rent, and it became a big, huge argument. And the Welsh FA got involved, and basically the Welsh FA said, "Right, that's it, you're sanctioned." And then Newport for 3 years had to play outside of Wales. They had to play the other side of the border. They had to play in England for 3 years, and that's where they're called the Exiles. Because basically for 3 years, they couldn't play in Wales. Eventually, the Welsh FA then forgave them and then they could come back and they went to play in Newport. So what would happen would be that if the Welsh FA didn't vote for the Welsh women to leave the league and join the English league, then they would be exiled anyway, and they would basically have to play their football in England.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, fair enough. That's good. I think that was from Ever Games Studios. I think so too.
Wrexham get away with it because it's historical. Hello.
Yeah.
It's historical with Wrexham because they were part of the leagues all the way back in what would have been 1872 or 1874. I think they joined started joining the English National Leagues. They work from a historical precedent, so that's why they don't get sanctioned by the Welsh FA. However, there is already a strained relationship because the Welsh FA don't like any of the teams who don't play within the Welsh pyramid. And there was a chance that the reason why Wrexham don't play in the Welsh Cup anymore is basically UEFA said, well, no. Even though you're a Welsh club and you play on Welsh soil, you're playing in an English league, so therefore you can only go to Europe through the English Cup system. You can't play through the Welsh Cup system, and so they were thrown out. And that's why...
Penalty. Shit.
Oh, man.
Sorry, Welsh check.
Unfortunate. No. Yellow card as well. So obviously they felt it was deliberate. Come on, Chloe. Come on, Chloe. Step up and do your thing. Interested to see that foul again.
Yeah. I'm gonna see it back here. Yeah. Okay, get it on the spot there. So that's a 5G, by the way. There you go. 5G pitch. It's gonna be a penalty here. 1938 in. Come on. That goal looks big. Jesus.
Come on, Chloe.
Which way are you going? Penalty to Thorns. It's going to be a long run up. Getting ready here. Number 15, Whittier, I think is taking it.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, Whittier. Goal looks very big. Come on. She wants to go left. Go on. Oh!
Oh, yes.
Oh,
yeah. Right. Get it on target. Main rule of penalties, get it on target. So, Dave.
I'm taking that. Holy shit. Look just like you can.
For Wrexham, Dave is he's the big guy. You always see in all the things, the big, huge guy. Yeah. He's the goalkeeping coach for the women. Great, lovely guy. Sometimes I sit next to him. If I'm sitting around, because sometimes I move around the ground. If my brother's got my season ticket, I'll get a ticket in the temp stand, and he often sits in the temp stand if he can get time away from when the women are playing. So I see Dave quite often. Lovely, great guy, great sense of humor. Big, huge guy. He is massive guy. Great goalkeeping coach as well.
By the way, I just saw a close up of the kit again, guy. I mean, what do you? Let's give a little bit on the kit here. I really like it. I think it's cool. I like the socks. I like it all. Come on, Aaron.
Yeah, there was some early comments, wasn't there, about the kit, like sometimes looking like nude, but it definitely doesn't. It looks good.
No, it looks very good. It's shaped up. Yeah, really, really good. So also too, stadium wise, this stadium is beautiful. Oh my
beautiful.
God.
It's a great stadium. Be interested to see how many's in today. It looks quite full.
I bet you. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna say 14,000. That's what I'm gonna think. Yeah, that's. I don't know. Maybe that's a. I like the pants though. I like it's not the pants. The shorts. They look really nice.
I like the black. Because I saw the people when it kind of leaked.
Well, then, Rosie, go on, Rosie.
Fight.
Oh,
sorry,
come on.
Sorry.
I saw the white shorts when it leaked like the night before, and I liked those. But seeing it with the black, I think the black is the way to go. The black looks a lot better.
It looks nice.
Yeah, I like it. So it's
do we know what the gents are going to wear against the Whitecaps tomorrow?
Should be the red kit because the black kit is being. It might be the gold actually. I'm not sure, but the black kit is going to be versus Fleetwood the week after because that gets launched just before that.
Right. So I did talk. I mean, you might know more than me, Welsh Checky, but I was talking to Ollie, and I know they only have one training kit. I'm assuming they only have one kit with them because we don't have enough made.
Yeah, they've only got one set pretty much of everything, and even to the point where they've had to be borrowing training kit off each other where necessary because they're very, very short of what's been going on.
Do we have any update on why this happened? And we have some rumors of like, there was supposed to be like, go on, Aaron. There's
nothing official. There are there are rumours, which I'm not willing to discuss.
No,
but no, there's nothing official. I mean, at the end of the day, now the production is starting to ramp up. The staff have their own training wear, which my wife has been issued, which is slightly different because it's kind of plain. It's kind of plain.
Mm-hmm.
And funny enough, I can show you. This is actually the hat that they've been given, and you can see. I don't know if you can see on the camera. It's a mono badge.
Yeah,
Love that hat.
So
Beautiful.
that's actually that's a staff hat.
I think I've seen that on them.
I found that on the website. They've got that on the website.
And
I'm buying that sucker.
Yeah, it's like a grey. The badge is in grey with a black.
Josh is going to try and outdo you now. Here we go.
I know he's gonna go buy all his or go find all his.
He's getting his lucky pundit hats, isn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, the tray. Yeah. Oh, the hoodie. Yeah,
hoodie.
The hoodie.
I saw somebody posted or somewhere I saw it. Oh, it was on the new North American website. They have they had a black hoodie like that, and it's got like a white badge. Oh God, it looks clean. It looks beautiful. It's a zip up hoodie.
Did you order? You both ordered, right? Ken, did you order stuff and you had a problem with like separation of what happened, Ken?
Well, I ordered the home kit, the red kit, straight away.
Yeah.
And then when the gold kit was being released, I sent a message to the club asking whether they could combine orders to save on postage.
Yeah.
But apparently they outsourced it, so they said they can't. So I just sort of put a thing in the Discord basically saying to everyone, look, if you're going to order a bulk stuff, maybe wait for it all to come out, because I'll wait till the black kit comes out and I'll order the black and the gold kit together.
Short them all together, yeah.
So the link, see this is the staff wear. So this is the black hoodie. It's got striped piping with the thing there, and then just a plain badge in white.
Nice.
So that's the staff hoodie.
Because they weren't wearing the hoodies over here because it was 6,000 degrees.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's a little bit colder here.
Yeah. Well, Wells Techie, you've got inside connection, so you're getting to see all the cool staff kit as well.
Yeah, it's good. The t-shirts they wear, which are the same design as the hoodies, same thing with the white badge. The material is superb quality.
Quick.
Oh no!
Oh, one
unlucky.
Yep, one there.
Poor defense didn't clear it.
Didn't clear that.
They're all asking questions of each other from the set piece.
Yeah, you can't let it bounce in there. You can't let it bounce. Damn it. I'm just going to change the score. Well done. I mean, hey, listen, the Portland have been on top. I get it. It's okay.
25 minutes, 26 minutes. That's not horrendous. And, it's only 1-0.
Yep. I'm very impressed with the stadium and everything that people are there. And I think it's awesome. And again, I said this on the show yesterday. I was like, I don't give a shit about the score. We're making history here. I love this. No one else is doing this. Chelsea women, men. I was at the Manchester United training today. I watched them train today. I was in the press room today with Ten Hag. It was all men's. There's no fucking women's going out and do this. We're the only one. We're League fucking One, and we're doing this. So you know what? This is amazing. I don't care. This is awesome, and I'm so proud of what they're doing for Wrexham. And even the big clubs, Arsenal are here. United are here. Chelsea are here. City are here, and no one else brought their women's team to go out here and do this. So you know what? I'm so proud of them. I'm really excited about it. That's my 2 cents. I'm going to shut up. There you go.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ken's talking to his bookie. Ken's calling his bookie.
Calling his agent.
Yeah.
Saying, what have you cut me on this? This panel show's rubbish. What are you doing?
Get me out of here. Yeah. I want to move the conversation real quick. So I had a good 30-minute conversation tonight with Parkinson about the strikers. Let's talk about the men's real quick. 27-15 in, and by the way, they're doing like a huge thing in the crowd there. They have flares going off.
They're having fun.
Yeah, they're having a good time.
They got the band out. Always good to have a band out of the match.
Yeah.
Yep. By the way, yeah. I want to talk about the men's striker. I know we had the women's game. There's a sub coming on for the Portland ladies. I had a conversation with Parkinson. I'm convinced we're getting a striker. From my conversation, won't reveal anything. But what are your thoughts there? I want to go around the horn. So I'm going to start with Aaron, and I'll go around the horn about the striker position. But I am convinced we're going to get a striker. Aaron, what do you think?
Yeah, I think so. I as much as I know we talked about it the other day. Parky
shit.
in like the
Oh,
last.
no,
No.
Sorry.
Oh, daggone it.
That was unlucky.
Oh, that sucks.
2-0. Sorry.
Anyway,
Aaron,
I
you screwed it all up.
Yeah, I know. I start talking and shit goes wrong.
Yeah. And I'm going to add to that too. I want to put Ollie in the conversation as well. It's 2-0 to Portland, Wrexham. 28 minutes.
Okay,
Go ahead.
so I think we're definitely going to just reading and listening to Parky's interviews he's had recently. He's really been pushing the fact that we're not done building this team yet, and so I wouldn't be surprised. And I don't know what all positions he's looking at still adding to, but I definitely think a striker's coming. And the rumor was with I can't think of his name. The kid from Luton, McAtee, yeah. And I think he plays like a more of an attacking midfielder type role. So I don't know if they're I don't really know him that well. I don't know if he can play a striker or if they want to play him at an attacking midfield role. So that might be something they're looking at. I still wouldn't be surprised if they brought in another defender, just for depth. I think we've got cover, but I don't know. It really just depends on what he wants to do with the midfield too, because I'm not sure. Just from what we've seen, it seems like Dobson he's been the defensive midfielder for us.
He looks
and
great.
It's been
he looks really good. Yep.
Stick away. But yeah, so it's going to be interesting. I think once we get back from the tour, it's going to get interesting to see what we do the rest of the
I know they're having conversations. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I'm sure they are, and I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do. Like, I feel like I don't know. It'll be interesting. I mean, I think striker's definitely one, but just the way he's talking, I don't think he's thinking we're going to bring one more guy in. You know what I mean? Really, the way he's talking it makes you feel like there's 2 or 3 coming in still, and that's interesting.
Great,
because it'll be interesting to see where they come in at. Yeah.
What do you think, Welsh Techie? What do you got? And obviously, No,
it's fine. No, don't worry. The Luke McNicholas going out on loan was always the case, because basically he'd been recommended by the goalkeeping coaches that he needs time, and he wasn't going to get the minutes that he needed for his development, because he is still young. He is kind of 19, 20. So there was always the getting a goalkeeper in, hence why
Callum's great. Callum's fantastic.
Yeah, getting Callum in. They were always looking for a kind of a League One or lower Championship keeper. So he was absolutely in the right area. What you've got to remember is Wrexham's.
Do you think he can keep AO out? Sorry, do you think he can keep AO out of the starting position?
No, he'll always be number 2. He'll be backup. Mark Howard now basically will go to more of a coaching role. So he basically look after the dressing room. He'll advise Arthur, and he'll advise Callum, and he'll basically just be there.
No, I'm saying, do you think Callum? Because I've been very impressed with Callum, watching him like 20 feet away. I've been very impressed with him. Do you think he can keep AO out and be the number 1? I don't think that's what they want.
No. Okay. Arthur is designed to be number 1. That's his. Yeah. That's what he's been brought in to be. That's why he's been given a 3-year deal with a year add-on. He's going to be number 1. The idea is that basically it showed when Arthur got injured that Mark Howard's great. Oh, save!
Well done,
save, Chloe. Well played.
What a save.
Well played.
And she's having a go at him, telling him to get up, come on.
Yeah. She's having a real go at the defense, which is great. Yeah. I mean, because I see Katie standing off too far there. She needs to really get close.
Step in.
And step in, definitely. When Arthur got injured with his jaw last autumn, Mark's great, but he is not level. He's not League One level. You need to be that much sharper. You need to be that much more ahead of the game. Clear it, played. You know, and so they were always looking for that kind of League One lower Championship keeper. But Callum's job is to be the backup keeper. He'll step in for the cup games, so the Bristol Street Motors. He'll step in. It'd be interesting to see whether he comes up against Sheffield or whether they put Arthur in against Sheffield. I think because it's early in the season, I think chance
Nice
here.
ball.
Chance
Go on,
here.
sit there.
Need to run.
Wow, she just
Put the
outpaced
pressure
it.
on.
She just
Put the
really
pressure on.
But I didn't see any drop off. I thought Callum controlled the bat. I heard he was shouting. I was behind him at the goal the other day. He was shouting really well. I thought he did a good job.
He's a good keeper. He's a very, very good shot stopper. You know, you don't score 3 penalties in a cup semi-final in consecutively three penalties in a shootout if you're not a decent keeper at that level. Because they were playing, I think, Cheltenham Town. Cheltenham Town are a good side. You know, and it was, as I say, cup semi-final. You know, you don't save 3 penalties if you're no good.
Yep.
So he is a very, very good number 2 keeper. We're just fortunate that Arthur, from where he's come, 14 clean sheets last season. You know, he's a cup winner in Europe when he was at Sterngratz.
Go on, clear. Oh, wait, big one. There you go. Ken, we didn't get your take on the. I know you're talking to Parkinson on the Mullen bringing in the striker.
Well, you sort of after you sort of dropped your 30 minutes talking to Parky, he rang me straight away. He rang me straight away and said, "Make sure Josh doesn't say anything about who we're signing." And so I had one ear on you guys while Parky's yelling at me down the phone.
Yeah, tell you F off, dickhead.
I was going to say every other word an F word.
Yeah.
No. He only swears in the locker room. Apparently,
true. That is true. Yeah, that is.
That
true.
is not true because you're watching it on the sidelines.
Very nice.
Oh!
But absolutely, I think we'll see a striker signed imminently. It will be very interesting to see who that is and the quality of that striker. I have a feeling we're going to be pleasantly surprised at the quality that we get.
What do you think about Will Evans? What do you think about the rumours of Will Evans coming from Newport?
Nah.
We've seen him. We know what he's like.
Nah.
I think we're going to go. I think we're going to pull someone down.
Whenever Will Evans played us, he was nowhere. He was nothing.
Yeah.
Defence got him covered every time. So
Parky has very, very rarely signed from the same league. He's always signed from above or from overseas.
He said to me the other day, he's like,
"Are you fit?"
There's a guy.
Get your boots on.
Yeah. I mean, I would listen. I'm a defender, but says nobody. Says nobody. By the way, he said to me a couple things, and I'm like, okay, I don't think it's someone we have our eyes on. He didn't say a name. He didn't say anything in particular to me, but he said some certain things. He's like, I don't think it's someone we know.
Right.
I don't think it's someone we're thinking about. And by the way, it's just two guys chatting, whatever. I don't think it's someone we're thinking of, in my opinion.
Yeah, you're more super bad than Superman these days. They could just put the keeper kit on you and put you in front of goal.
Well, it's because I have my hat forward. I'll put it back again. No,
yeah,
there you go.
But no, I think they'll sign a quality keeper. I think we'll get somebody else on loan, not necessarily a striker, but I think we'll get another player on loan.
Go on.
And I think that they're thinking going for promotion again.
Oh, we're going up. We're going up. I don't give a shit.
We've said it right from the start, Josh, and I'm not backing down from it.
Yeah, we're going up. I want it. What do you guys think? I mean, we're 2 for 4. What do you think? Well, Shecky, Aaron, what do you guys think?
I'll be happy if we challenge for playoffs. I'm not going to put that pressure on the team. Don't get me wrong. I'd absolutely love to go up.
Cut him out.
I'm not going to put that pressure. I mean, if we were in top 10, I mean, this league this year is going to be unbelievable. And now we've looked really good this preseason. And so I'm starting to think a little higher than I was, before the preseason.
Well, you're a Rotherham fan, so I get it. It's all good.
Yeah. I hear you.
Where's Rotherham going to finish this season?
I mean, they signed everybody I said, so probably not very good.
Welsh Techie?
Yeah, Welsh Techie, what you got?
Listen, I've been a Wrexham fan since I was 4, so 51 years. My first game was against Walsall back in 1973. My grandfather took me. I was 4 years old, and we won. Apparently, I don't remember it. Obviously, I remember 77, 78, the great side 77, 78, where we reached our highest ever position, where we were in what would now be the championship. We got as far as 9th in the championship, highest we've ever been. I remember them the bare years of the 80s, where it started to decrease and the money started to disappear. But I remember the resurgence of the 90s.
It's called burying the lead, by the way. Just called burying the lead, just so you know. Here you go. Yeah, there you go. There you go.
And then I remember the hell that was the 2000s and the massive decline of the. I remember it all. I would be absolutely delighted if we went back up to the championship, but I think that's a step too far right now. I think we need to consolidate. I think Birmingham are going to go up. The amount of money that they're spending, like water, they're going. So that's one place already gone. You've got them one automatic and one playoff place. The playoff teams that are going to be in there are going to be tough teams. There's the Peterboroughs, there's your Rotherhams, there is your Bolton Wanderers. They're just the 3 big ones. Then you've got the more established teams.
She's on side, by the way. Sorry.
And guys, you've got Marie from SoCal and Hip Karma talking about the folding of Bordeaux.
Oh,
yeah, that's awful. They were Champions League quarter-finalists less than 5 years ago.
Yeah,
that's
sorry,
awful.
Maria. Sorry, Hip Karma, I apologize. We're from SoCal. I asked about that too. I'm going to read it. Do you think Marie Bordeaux folding? What do you think about Bordeaux from football in France?
Terrible.
Terrible.
Poor management.
Shouldn't happen.
Well, now, way I understand that, they're giving up their professional license or whatever, but the team, they're going to keep the team running as a non-professional team. Is
right.
What I heard today. I was listening to someone talk.
It's the same as when
it's
the same as when clubs fold in the UK. So Bury did it a couple of years ago. Basically, they were completely bankrupt. They'd lost their ground. They'd lost everything. They lost all their assets. It was very. It's very. Oh,
she's on.
Come out, Chloe. Come out.
3-0.
Well played.
Well played.
Sorry, behind you guys somehow.
Wow.
Same thing happened to Bury a number of years ago. They lost all their assets. They lost their ground. They were in massive amounts of debt, and basically they just went, okay. The club just goes and folds. Then they reform slightly with a slightly different name, which is now Bury FC, and they come back in at the very, very bottom of the pyramid, and they have to fight their way through. That's what nearly happened to Wrexham back in 2007-8.
Really?
And then that's that. If the fans hadn't put the money together, if the Wrexham Supporters Trust hadn't stepped in, we would have gone out of business. We'd have ceased being Wrexham Football Club, and then we'd have had to have reformed as Wrexham something else, and we would have started at the bottom of the pyramid. And chances are we probably would have gone back in the Welsh leagues, because the English leagues probably wouldn't have let us in. They would have then said, well, you're a Welsh club, so strictly speaking, you should go into the Welsh leagues. And we'd have been pushed into the Welsh pyramid of the League of Wales, which at the time had a bit of a resurgence, because they'd started about 10 years before that. So we'd have ended up in the Welsh leagues with Barry Town and Carnarvon Town and teams like that, and Llandudno and Real and all that kind of stuff.
Sorry, it says 4-0. I thought it was 3.
They just scored again.
Scored again.
Did they?
Wow. You can't stand off them, Katie. You can't stand off them like that.
I was literally changing the score, and they scored. Oh, okay. Sorry. Jiminy Crick. Sorry, guys. I apologize. I'm doing. Hold on. They just scored 4. They scored 3. Then they scored 4. Within that.
Yep.
Amount of time.
Yeah.
Ken.
Yeah, right foot there.
Yeah. Okay. Got it. Okay. 4. There we go. This is not good for me. to be changing buttons here. Port. Okay.
I'm gonna be controversial here, gents, and please
Yeah.
please feel free to argue with me. Same with the guys on the chat. Okay. Steve Dale's a great guy. He's a lovely guy. I've met him. I've spoken to him. He's great with the players. He's not what Wrexham women need right now.
Okay.
They need somebody. They need somebody who is. They need somebody who is tougher. They need somebody who has more experience in the women's game at the higher level, because Steve is still doing his coaching badges. He is still working his way up the pyramid for coaching. He doesn't have his elite badge.
Do we think this is a coaching thing? Because listen, I'm not going to take. Oh shit! Oh no! That's who is that? Number 10.
Rebecca Pritchard. I think. I think that's Rebecca Pritchard. I think.
Number 10. Who's number 10? Did you see that?
I think it's Rebecca Pritchard.
Hold on, let me look. Oh no, that's the turf.
That's the 5G. That's the 5G. Duggar studs him. Oh, I hope her knee's okay.
Number 10 is TJ Dickens.
Oh, TJ. Okay.
Oh no.
Oh wow. Okay.
Coming back. That was a medial or an ACL there.
Yeah. Are they used to playing this kind of pitch, or no?
The Rock is 4G, so very, very similar. And obviously, so a lot of the grounds they play on. So when they go to Aberystwyth, when they go to Cardiff Met, they're 4G. If they go to Cardiff City Stadium, that's proper grass. If they go to Swansea.com Stadium, that's proper grass.
Well, Techie, to answer your question, I understand what you're saying about Steve. In my opinion, it's players as well. Like you look at the team, there was only 2 teams last season that were any better than us, and they were a whole nother level. Everybody else, we were better than.
The thing is, we're going to look like we're standing still very quick. Swansea have just got a new manager, so the manager from last season was actually a temporary manager because he didn't have his badges either. And they found out, but the Welsh FA found out about that and said, hey, no, you can't coach unless you got your badges. So he was temp manager for a while. And then they've now reappointed somebody who has come from Bristol City Ladies. So he's come from the English system, much higher. Swansea have a lot of resources available because they're part of Swansea University. So they have a lot of resources, a lot of players that they can pick from. Same as Cardiff. Cardiff has quite a large catchment area with it being the capital.
Yeah.
So we can look like we're standing still really quick if we're not careful.
But I think to push back on that a little bit, by the way, I do not like cutting away to fucking commercials. If they do this through the season I follow, I'm going to be pissed off. 1, 2, he's earned another season, I think, just because I think the club has a little bit of loyalty, maybe to right or wrong. So, and I say that in respect to, I agree with you. Okay. I don't know enough about the women's team and Steve Dale, but probably earned another season. Let's see how that goes. That's my take. I don't know enough about it, but I would say if that's the case and he's still doing his badges, but I'm looking at this, we shouldn't be getting rinsed this bad. But again, I don't care that we're getting killed on to teams that are already in their season. But let's see how this season goes. That's my thought. I mean, same with Parkinson. Parkinson gets so much shit. You know what I'm saying?
But Parkinson is an elite level coach with all his badges and has experience of going from national all the way up to League One and has done it more than once.
Agreed.
He has done it with 3 separate sides now. He has that experience. He has that level. Steve Dale does not. Steve Dale has no experience apart from the experience he's had with Wrexham women.
Do we have someone in mind that can do that? And by the way, there's still, sorry, just cut in, just keep everyone updated. It's 47 minutes on the clock. We're still away to commercials. We don't have any update as to what happened. TJ Dickens,
TJ Dickens
went down unchallenged, possibly injury. We're still away. We've been about for 2 minutes. Yeah. So that's it. But if it's not Steve Dale, and I don't know much about the women's game, we're obviously growing as we do it here. Is there someone in mind that you would think that would be appropriate to come in and take it?
Well, that's down to the talent spotters. There are separate talent spotters for the men's game, for the women's game, and for the academy. They each have a person who goes out and spots talent, and that's not just player talent. That's talent. It's physios, it's psychologists, it's everybody. If they see somebody. So our new CEO has just had an assistant appointed who's come from Liverpool. They will have talent spotted that and gone, well, that's the person we want, because they are used to that higher level. They're used to dealing with WSL level, Premiership level, or they're used to dealing with this, that, or the other. So they've come from that level. They've come from a much higher up. And those talent spotters are going out and they're looking at people and thinking, okay, well, maybe you're not enjoying where you are at the moment. Maybe you want to come over to join us with what we're doing at the moment, and come and join the project. And that's how they're getting people. They're saying, come and join the project, because it is a very, very exciting project.
Even the players too. So sorry, just we don't have visual. We have audio, and I'm hearing clapping, so I'm not sure what's going on. But I think that's what we're getting players in for. Is the project.
In relation to Drew's comment there, when they put more money and better players, I think a change we've made. They can't pay the players anymore, can they?
They can pay the players whatever they want. There's no cap.
That's changed
in the Adran. Yeah, when you're in the Adran Premier, there's no cap.
Because I think we need a higher level standard of female player starting to filter in, like we have in the men's, like we've done the last 2 to 3 years in the men's sport.
So let me ask a question kind of pertaining to that. I think our problem is because we're in the Adrian Premier, we're kind of at a level now where it's hard to get women to come play that are at a higher level to come play in the Adrian Premier, because we're talking about women that are trying to become international players and trying to be, they're playing in the higher leagues over in England or wherever. You're not going to get that look in the Adrian Premier. Am I right, Welsh Techie? Is that pretty much?
Yep, that's Aaron. That is spot on. The thing you've got to remember is that we concentrate a lot. We're looking at it at the WSL. At the Liverpools, the Evertons, the Chelseas, the Arsenals, higher level. But below that, there are another 2 divisions.
Well, so sorry.
No, it's okay.
TJ is stretching off the pitch, and the crowd bursts into applause. We'll provide an update as we can. Karen
Blown
Allen,
a knee.
Yeah.
Blown a knee.
Yeah.
So
sorry.
Karen Allen's coming on. She obviously didn't make a start today.
Sorry.
Karen Allen's coming on to that defense.
Go ahead, guys. Yep. TJ went down. Yep. Sorry, guys. Good.
You're absolutely right, Aaron. The problem is you've got WSL, which is incredibly high standard, because that's where your internationals come from. But you have 2 or 3 divisions below that, which I would say probably are better than the Adran Premier. So if you're trying to get players from even Division 2 or Division 3, they're kind of thinking, well, that's a big step down for me in my career. Do I really want to, go down that far? Go on, Rosie. She needs help.
Do we? So the Adran is just Welsh League. Am I? So I'm totally playing. Okay, got it.
Yeah. So Adran Premier is basically that's the top women's league in Wales, and then you have the Adran North and South, where Wrexham were in the north, and basically that's the kind of feeder clubs. And what the idea is that you have to win those leagues, and then the North and South winners play each other, and the winner of that gets to go through to the Premier, which I think is mad. They need to increase the numbers, really. They need to increase it probably to a 10 or a 12 side field and open it up to more players, more teams, rather than just say there's only one chance you have to get promoted to the Premiership, and you've got to jump through a fair number of hoops.
Can we ever play with the United and Chelsea and that league in there, or is that we're not allowed to?
No. Welsh. There's no. The Adran is a bubble league. There's no competitions where you cross-pollinate. The only way you could possibly do that is if you win the Adran Premier, then you get a ticket to Europe. And if you get drawn in the early leagues, you have to then battle through the qualifiers. And eventually, if you got that far, you would meet the winner of the WSL somewhere in Europe. But that's the only way you would meet somebody from the English leagues.
Okay,
just
copy
on this game here right now, there's a big difference in fitness level between these two squads.
Huge,
100%.
huge. You can see that the Wrexham women are being outpaced on a regular basis. They're trying to chase down the ball, and they're just being outpaced on a regular basis.
These girls are what, 19?
And that's not surprising. That's not surprising. You know, they were doing a couple of weeks of training before they left for the US.
Yep.
And then obviously they've been training while they've been on the US tour, which has been probably another 10 days or whatever. So whereas Portland Thorns 16 games in, I think they are. I think I read today. They're 16 games in.
Yeah, it's almost an unfair, and to Ken and Walchek and everyone's like, it's almost an unfair advantage because obviously they're in the middle of the season. That's why, like, even tomorrow night. So let's take listen, it's the Whitecaps, right? The Gents are going to play the Whitecaps, right? They're in the middle of the season.
Yep.
Now, MLS is the MLS. Nice ball there, by the way, out the outside. These girls look absolutely sharp. We do not look sharp, which, again, we have to take it. We want to be, supportive in certain ways, and we don't want to, like, beat up our side. But there's too much of a gap. I don't know. I'm going to say this, and I want to get your guys' take on this. And I'm talking on both sides of my ass because, like, I don't care about the score. And you said it, Walshek, when you came on. Did we set our women up to not be successful? And I don't, but there's success off the pitch, but is it not successful on the pitch where it's like a mental state? And I'm just asking that question because I'm talking myself out of it in certain ways. That's all I'm saying.
But you only get better if you play sides which are equal or better than you.
I agree.
If you're going to play a side, you're going to drub them 8-0 every week. You're not learning anything.
Well, Shecky, I played against everyone when I was a basketball player. Every time I played in my division, everyone I played. Oh, well, by the way, Rosie's pissed. She's cussing somebody out. I played against people that betted me all the time, so I get it, but not at a level like this. So that's my thing. I'm just creating the argument and just to have the conversation. JB65, hey, company, how are you guys? Good to see you. Yes, my favorite comment of all time. And I'll pass away. Go ahead. Yep.
Yeah, and this is their academy team, as Drew Hunt said, and that's correct. This isn't the real Portland Thorns who play in the Canadian section of the American League. This is their academy side. That's how far ahead. That's how far ahead women's football is in North America. It is even at this level massively far ahead compared to the Adran leagues. The Adran leagues, don't forget, it's only really found its teeth in the last 4 to 5 years. Before
that's
that,
how amazing this is, though. But again, that's how amazing. Like Chelsea's not doing this.
Huge.
Huge. I'm just Manchester United. I saw them today. Manchester United aren't doing this. It's amazing.
The experience that these women will get from all 3 games is going to be invaluable because they will experience ultimate pressure. The hope is that they are learning from it and don't keep their heads down. Don't let their heads drop. And that will be down to the coaching team to basically say to them, look, we're going through things in training. You've got to remember where your opponents are in their season, where they are on the grand scheme of things. You are going to take away this experience and what you're learning over this 10 days, and you're going to take it back to a level which is below this. But then we're going to benefit from that. That's where the coaching is going to be vitally important. If you go in there and it's all kind of, well done, girls, you're doing really well. You need to. Unfortunately, it's a bite of reality, but it will be useful in the long run. It will be valuable in the long run because unless you expose, our side to a higher level and let them play up against that, then they're never going to prove and lift. As we've seen against Cardiff, we played Cardiff last season a number of times. Each time we're getting progressively better, progressively closer. That's what's good. That because we are playing up against the side which are very, very good, and that's how we're going to improve.
Now, what's your halftime, Ken, Aaron? What your halftime speech is? What do you have?
That's a tough one. Especially, it'd be one thing if this is a one-off, But this is your third one in a row where you're just getting throttled. That's tough. That's tough. I mean, as a coach, I've been coaching American football for 20 years. I don't know what I'd say to my boys if we had that happen.
Just
like that would be tough. I mean, all you can do, listen, you can't yell at them because that doesn't help at all. You can't getting in their hind end and being like, you got to do better. This is going to be. That's not going to help. I mean, you just got to encourage them. That's all you can do. You just got to encourage them and tell them, look, guys, this is a different level. This isn't what we're used to. This is a great experience. Everybody's trying as hard as they can, and that's what else can you say? What else can you say?
Well, at halftime, when you're in this sort of position, you've got to talk to your team about structure, about playing patterns.
Mm-hmm.
You've got to give them a specific goal to go out and achieve in the second half. Irregardless of score, you've got to talk about holding good position, catching attackers offside, rotation of the ball, movement of players, they're the learnings that you have to take from these games. And Welsh Techie's talking about it, and we've talked about it like multiple times here about you're playing a better quality squad, which isn't even their top squad. And then you actually, but what you take from this is, oh my God, we could be so much better. They will finish the game like copper spanking. They'll go back and watch the video, and then they'll see how much better these players played around them, and they will bring that to their own game. Like, this will do them no end of good. It just has to be delivered in the right way from the coaching squad.
I'd be giving the 1 inch at a time speech from 1 inch at a time, and then I'd say, go out and have fun, find some handsome guy or girl in the crowd, and just be like, I'm going to do this one for you, and go out and just have a good time. Just enjoy yourself, and just be like, try to show up. Enjoy yourself. You're in America, whatever. This isn't going to matter. In the long scheme of things, you learn from it and move on. Michael Hillier says U.S. Tour is great for women, but they don't have a local game before the season starts, as lost every game and desperately need a win.
It's not been planned yet. They will. What they often do is they either cherry pick somebody from the lower leagues in the English leagues. They've played before against Cheltenham, for example, Cheltenham ladies. They will pick somebody, or they'll pick somebody from the Northwest. And they'll do that, or they might pick one of the local Welsh sides. So they might pick somebody. They have a tendency not to do that because they're worried they're going to meet them in a cup. So they don't want to play them in non-league. They'll actually want to play somebody in the English leagues as well because the level is higher. So again, they're playing against somebody who is going to test them. And you're absolutely right. Ken's absolutely right. You've just got to do. You've just got to give them the speech saying, look, let's just do it in increments. Take it as increments, one little tiny victory. If you can hold your defensive line, if you can, do what we did in training, if you can, cut out these runs, look for small victories. Don't try and you're not gonna win this match now. It's gone. It's gone. Right. So do your little victories, and as Aaron said, it's no point in doing the you're fighters, it's no point. There's no you've just got to say look, have a little bit of faith in yourself. Just go out there and enjoy it, because as you've all said, this is an experience that you might never get again. I'm not saying for 1 second that I mean there are rumors that the academy might go out to US next year. Which would be great for them, because obviously Harry Ashfield's gone out, and Aaron James, who was academy, has gone out. For them, it would be superb for them as well to come up against, some academy teams, at the level. So there are rumors of that. So they might not get this. The women might not get this chance again. So enjoy it. Enjoy it while you can, because it's a superb opportunity and experience for you. And sometimes, as we all know, sport is not a fairy tale. Sometimes you do get your ass handed to you, and that's unfortunately the way it is. Which is a shame.
Yeah. Well, hey, why we got a chance here? Why don't you plug your podcast that comes out tomorrow, I believe?
It is. Yes, it's a day late because I've just come back from Turkey on holiday. I was out in Turkey, and awesome. It was lovely. Yeah, it was great. So we recorded it tonight, and there's normally myself, my brother Jamie, and my best friend Daz. Daz is on holiday, so he's not with me this week. So it's just me and Jamie insulting each other because we're brothers, which is great. It's lovely. And we only called each other bad names a couple of times, which is great. But we had a really, really good chat about many things to do with the fan zone ticketing. We talked about the gold kit. and what he thought about that and the ordering problems that came with that. We talked about communication of Wrexham and how we think it needs to improve, because we feel that they're hitting a few blind spots by not communicating with fans, whether they be local fans or fans across the world. And then we look back at the games last week, so the Chelsea game, the Bournemouth game, and the 2 games of the Wrexham women. And then we look forward to this game, and we look forward to the Whitecaps game, which we think is going to be a cracker. We think it's going to be an absolutely brilliant game, because we think by this point now, Parky's starting to lock down his 11. You can see the men are now. I was at Hanley Town, so I was at the Hanley Town game, and it was great because I stood right next to Parky, because it was such an open ground. I literally was standing 5 feet from him, so I was listening to him and Parky, and all the way through the match, he was saying some choice things to the ref, which I can't repeat on a public on a public forum. But it was great.
I've got my starting 11.
There you go. Yeah, and my brother on the pod gives his starting 11. He actually gives what he thinks is going to be, and then who he would put in. And my brother's was quite controversial because he left out Brunt, he left out Dobson. He said he put McLean on the bench.
Is he okay?
Because he said he wanted Ravan on the left wing, and there was no space for McLean up front or in the
Ravan's going to play on the right wing. He's going to be.
And I said to my brother, I said, you're tapped. I said, you're no brother of mine. I think you're adopted. So yeah, there you go. He was having obviously a bit of a mad moment. But from the Hanley Town game, you could see that the guys were feeling their way, but they were quite rusty. But now I've seen from the Bournemouth game and the Chelsea game, they're now starting to step up. Things are starting to get more fluid. They're starting to be more intuitive. And I think that's what's going to, for Whitecaps, I think that's going to continue, because Whitecaps is going to be a big test. Test. Because Whitecaps are a good side.
Okay.
I have my thoughts. Sorry, and I apologize. I'm jumping back in this show. I have my thoughts, and Ravan will be starting. Dobson will be starting. I think Brunt's going to be starting at some point. I don't know. But as of right now,
all right. Hey, while we got time, let's do a starting. Each one of us, let's do a starting 11.
You go first,
bro. Josh. You go.
Well, Aaron, we're disadvantaged because you and I don't just hang around 5 feet from Parky like Josh and Welsh Techie.
Yeah, but I'm going to be here in LA for the rest of the fucking year. But I have he said a few things, man. I know, but I know what he said. But I have my thoughts. Well, Aaron, you started it. Go. What's your starting 11? Go on. Full fit side.
I'm gonna go
now.
Full fit like Paul Mullen's available. Everything.
Yeah. You're available. You can even play.
So if everybody's available, so let's start in the back.
You going 3-5-2?
My back five. 3-5-2. My back five are McLean on the left.
Okay.
I'm gonna go TOC. O'Connell in the middle.
Right up, your keeper.
Max on the right. Okonkwo's keeper. And then I'm gonna say Barnett still on the right.
Okay.
I think it's a trust thing still. I think it's gonna take a while. I know you like. I love Ravon too, but I think we got to give him some time. And then in the midfield, this is where
Secchi's actually writing it down. He's fucking writing it down.
This is where it gets tricky. Because Dobson's looked really good in that defensive midfield role. I'd really like to see him and Evans in the midfield at the same time just to see it.
Yeah.
Because I wonder if Dobson can play further forward. But then when you do that, who do you drop? Do you drop Cannon? Do you drop Lee? I mean, who you drop? It's that midfield gets tricky. So I don't know. And maybe they play Evans in the back three. I don't know. See, now I'm guessing. Now I'm out thinking myself. I'm supposed to come up with starting 11, and I'm just out thinking
starting
myself.
40. It's the starting 11.
My starting 11. My starting 11. So I gave you my back five. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna say Evans, defensive mid, Dobson, and Lee will drop Cannon, and then Mullen. The other striker's hard. Dalby's look better, but I think I still think you got to play Palmer with.
Oh,
I think you play Palmer. I think you play Palmer with Mullen right now. That's what I'm going with. You go. Well, you go, Josh. You go, Josh.
No, I'm not. I'm over here. I want to. Welsh Techie's like itching. I'm gonna hold him off right now. I'm gonna go to Ken because Ken is sitting there double collar. Welsh Techie wrote it down. I thought he did it. Go ahead.
Seriously.
And by the way,
I might go this way. I might go that way.
You are on the fence on every single player there, other than Arthur O'Connor.
Yeah. We've got so many options now. It's a good problem to have. It really is.
Hang on. It was his idea to do this, and then he's like, I might go this way. I might go that way.
Dude, I know. I flipped up like a freaking fish on the boat.
Does look confident, by the way. Welsh Techie look confident in starting 11.
I'm just going to do it.
Go on.
Okay.
Yeah.
AO's your keeper.
Rip it and rip it, you son of a bitch.
AO's your keeper.
Yeah.
Ravan, Stash, so Tom O'Connor, O'Connell in the middle centre back, Max and Barnett. So that's your back five.
Hold on, wait a minute. You're playing where are you playing?
Ravan on the left.
Yep. So
on the left.
Max is on. Well, Max normally plays left defence, so I'm actually putting Ravan on the right.
Okay.
Wait, hold on. What?
On the right side in defence, Ravan and O'Connor. Centre back, O'Connell, Max and Barnett. On the left side at the back. Our midfield is Lee, Evans and Dobson. And our strikers are Mullen and Marriott. No tall striker. We're going speed and attack.
Tech.
Go, Josh. Let's go.
No, Techie. It's my show. I'll go last.
My show. I go last.
Okay, so we got to remember, right? As Aaron just said, we're sport for choice at the moment.
Yeah.
And you got to remember that eventually, yes, you're going to start with an 11.
Caveats. Just give us your team.
You don't just start with an 11, but then 65 minutes, you can bring these players on when you've got them as a thing. So
that's not what.
Arthur in goal. Arthur in goal. Yes.
Yeah.
Max Cloweth, O'Connell, and I would put Ravan at centre back because he's playing that position on the left. I'd play him there. Yep, absolutely. Yeah, I'd play him there because then you can give him support for the wing because I'm going to put McLean on this wing, going to put Barney on that wing. Centre's going to be Dobson and Cannon and Lee because Cannon and Lee work really, really well. Dobson is that good holding centre. You've got Ravan then who can come out when we're going forward on defence on left side to back up McLean. So you've got that wing. And up front, you'd obviously have Mullin and then I would put Palmer because Palmer and Mullin work. And then on 65 minutes, you change. You take Mullin and Palmer off, and you put on Fletcher, and you put on Marriott, or you put on Dolby, and you put on Marriott. And that is where you hit. That's where your hit's going to be, because you bring Evans on then to support, to help either keep Dobson on or take him off. But you've got Evans then, who's a great defensive, but then you can do that change at the front, and then you've got that forward. And that's the key. The key, as Aaron said, is we are spoilt for choice at the moment. Our starting 11 is not the ultimate prize. It's at 65 minutes, we've got players with just as much ability that we can start to swap out as our opponents start to get tired. And that's what's going to be the killer.
So Welsh Techie's given us his starting 11 and his 17 reserves.
Yep.
No,
absolutely.
He gave you starting 11. You all did. He's starting 11 plus how we're going to change it up and make it better.
Oh, I didn't. You just wanted 11. I gave you 11.
I know. But I think what's amazing. But the girls are back up. By the way, they're running around getting back up. By the way, they have a new. There's a new kit, new warm up kit tonight too, as well. As we're doing this, I love the fact that we have options. I do. Yeah, I love the fact that we have options. Number what's her name is coming on.
Amber Lightfoot's coming on. By looks at number 11.
Guys, I've got to go do some more work, so I'm gonna let you guys do the second half.
What's work? What is that? I don't even know what that is. What do you?
Yeah, no, I know you don't.
No, he's got to go golf.
No, it's Saturday. I'm working.
It's Saturday for him. He's going to golf. Don't let him tease.
Saturday is my busiest day.
Whatever.
Yeah,
Ken, just remember when you're at work, head down. Okay, follow through. Don't live too early. Okay, then you'll be fine.
That's tomorrow.
Yeah, smash a like on the video for Ken to go out there and shank the ball left and right. Subscribe to local.
Best of luck. Can't wait to hear Josh's starting 32 players for the men. And on that bombshell.
Hey. I remember. Yeah, there you go. Oh, and then there were 3. He's gone. Yes. The ladies come back on. They're having Lightfoot's coming back on. They're having a conversation with each other, circling around. My starting 11, if anyone gives a shit. I'm going AO. I'm going Macca. I'm going Gio. I'm going O'Connell. I'm going Brunt. And I'm going Ravon. I'm going Dobson, Lee, Stash, Mullen, and I'm going JM. That's my starting 11. And that is confident right there. I think JM has about to kick off in 30 seconds. I think JM has 15 goals in him this season. That strike he took, I think he's going to be
superb.
It's
always been confidence of Marriott. Del Morgan's in goal, by the way. They've swapped with Chloe Anchors, so Del's back in goal for this half. It's always been confidence for Marriott. He scored a hat trick in the reserve game behind closed doors, and apparently from members of staff who were watching, he was everywhere. It's confidence.
He is going to, and I say this right now, and I'm sorry to throw. I believe that Mullen's going to be out for a longer period of time than we think, and I think he's going to come. We need his 15 goals, maybe more. I don't think Mullen's going to be back anytime soon. You might know different than me, but I think that Mullen's going to be out for a little bit more of a time, and I think that we're going to need JM, and I think he has it in him to do it. I really.
Evergame Studios has said if you could choose between Evans and Dobson, who would you choose? Dobson for me at the moment. He's slightly better than Evans. He's more physical. That's the worry is he's going to get yellow cards and he's eventually going to get suspended, and that's when Evans then would come in to replace him.
Peaky Blinders looks great, but Evans is set in lane. I watched. They're doing this. They're doing this. Evans steps in the back. Dobson drops in and sprays the ball. Evans pops in midfield. So I think Evans is going to be playing center half and left side, in my opinion. I think clear it. I'll say this too, controversial. Brunty's going to keep out Max. Watch. Brunty will keep Max out. He's good. He's very, very good. That's my thought. And I think Evans is going to be that part of the 3. I'm worried. I'm worried for, though? Stash.
Yeah.
Well, he's been injured, and he's obviously still fighting his injury because he's not been starting. He didn't start the first game. He didn't start against Hanley Town. He wasn't even there for Hanley Town. He wasn't even with the squad. So, he's obviously battling an injury at the moment, and you know as well as I do that if you're injured, you suddenly then go off the radar. What you have got to remember though is, and as your close friends, you know this, Josh, Parky has his favourites.
Yeah, he does.
He has his favourites. He loves Dolby. Absolutely loves Dolby. He loves Bickerstaff.
He loves the story he told me the other night about why he got Ravon was basically like Rotherham were shit. And he knew of him, and he said he was the only one that was like still working hard in a shit team, and he put in the effort. He's like he put the effort in. He got the mindset. He's left-footed, right-footed, And he was like hard work. I think hard work gets more to him than talent. Do you agree with that? Because that's kind of what I gathered from talking to him the other night. What do you guess?
Absolutely. No, absolutely. You can see it from his work rate and the games we've seen so far. Against Chelsea, I mean, that cross he put in for the first goal was superb.
Yeah.
Superb. Fizzed low. He knew exactly what he was doing.
Knew exactly what he wanted to do. Yeah.
He could see Palmer running in at the near post, and he's thinking either Palmer's going to take it or it's going to pass through, because he could also see, that Bolton was on the far side. And poor defending from Chelsea to leave 2 players open. We had at the back there, 2 players open. They were very, very
I
poor.
told Parkinson to go 4-4-2 and put Bolton to Ravon 4-4-2 on the other side. He didn't. He's like, just
4-4-2 is his emergency go-to. He'll be 3-5-2. He's been 3-5-2 the last 2 or 3 years. He's not going to change. And now he's got more players to propagate that. Yeah. He's got Ravon on left side, who can also play right side wing. He's got Ford, he's got Barney, he's got Bolton on that side. He's got McLean on this side. He's not going to change it.
One thing with the 3-5-2 is
oh
no.
Nice save.
Play Dell.
Yeah, well done.
Great save.
Sorry.
You can do. No, you're good. You can do so much with the 3-5-2. I've been watching a lot of the Indy 11 games this year. And going up there and watching them, and they switched to after they'd lost like 4 of the first 6 games or something, and they switched to a 3-5-2, but it's a very attacking 3-5-2, and to the point where they're doing overlapping runs with the wide center backs.
Yep.
I mean, very attacking, and they went on like a 10-game win streak. Now we're in the semifinal of the U.S. Open Cup. They beat Atlanta from the MLS, but watching them run the 3-5-2 and how fluid it is, it's a 3-5-2 and it's obvious, and then all of a sudden we'll go drop into defense and it'll look like a 4-3-3. And then all of a sudden things move around and it looks like a 4-4-2, and then all of a sudden it's back to a 3-5-2. It's wild. It's fun watching.
Thompson can keep himself on the pitch, and I think he's probably our best player. I know it doesn't. I think we stole him. I really do. I think we stole him, and I think we stole him and Ravon. I really do. Ron being 21 years old, but I think Dobson, is like different gravy, in my opinion.
Yeah.
The problem is keeping him on the pitch. I mean, he got a yellow card versus Hanley Town. He's had a yellow card in both the Bournemouth and the Chelsea matches. So played three yellow cards so far.
3 for 3. Did you see my video with him? I said, "You got your fucking first yellow card." He goes, "Yeah."
No. And if you look at the Charlton fans, they were saying, the problem with him is he will run all day, but he's a bit clumsy, and he will often dive in when he shouldn't.
Well, do you see his gait? His gait is a little, so he's kind of like, he doesn't run with his chest out. He's a little hung over, and I didn't mean hung over, like he's a little just, so you can see he gets stuck in a little bit. Eye test isn't sexy, but he breaks up play. He sprays the ball around really good, and that's why I think him and Gio need to get a proper. I don't think him and Cannon will play well together. My opinion. What do you think? By the way, DJ says, number 16's hurt. Bolton and Marriott look good. Yellow card competition from Macca. Macca needs to fix his shit because he's the fucking captain this year and needs to not get sent off. And will Macca stay captain? Yes, he will. He basically told me that. But he needs to stay on the pitch. I'll give you all those 3.
Here's an interesting one my brother said, though, today. He's got a sneaky feeling that actually Dobson will become captain.
Good.
Over Mulls?
Over Mulls, yeah. Because Mulls won't be starting the season. Dobson will be starting the season, he thinks. My brother thinks he will be in the side over Evans. He's the perfect position then to be captain because he's in that central midfield, central defence midfield.
Talk.
And he has 2 seasons of experience. Go on,
have it.
Go on, Ava. Go on, Ava. Unlucky.
She's tall. I think she got. Yeah, she's tall, by the way.
Ava Suckley, good player, great player. Player.
I like Macca as captain, but 2 minutes in, you can't be getting to a fucking fisticuffs with Levi Caldwell.
To be fair, though, that one I don't think you can put that on Macca. I think that was an overreaction by the Chelsea player. That was he obviously felt that
Macca wasn't giving him respect because he was a Chelsea player. Man, you get no respect as a Chelsea player, so don't even bother.
Yeah. I was more worried about wrecking the jersey than anything else. Also,
exactly.
Yeah, Macca, you're playing up top. You're not playing a defender. Go on, Rose. So I get that, but also I'll tell you this right now. I'd rather him do that than cower. Go out there and have a go.
Oh, yeah.
But Mulberry, I think he will be captain. And I think the exasperation of Mull last year getting injured and now we don't know how long he's in out because it's very, we don't know what's going on.
Come out, Del.
And Rob was saying something to his dad about it the other day that I won't say, but I'm concerned that he'll be out longer.
I'd rather him take his time, to be honest, not rush back. Because I mean, this is somebody who's been playing with a long-term back problem, which has affected his calf muscles, and he's still managing to score nigh on 30 goals a season for 3 seasons.
Right?
Can you imagine what he's going to be like when he's fully fixed?
Yeah,
how
then
many is he
sit
going to
there till
score then?
January. Sit till January. I don't care, right? I agree.
I'd rather him fully recover, come back hot. If we can come back for December and then we've got the second half of the season and he starts smashing them in, that's perfect. It's absolutely perfect because we're not going to get relegated. There are teams in that league which are much worse than us. I mean,
Crawley.
Crawley. They might as well just dig a hole in the ground and bury themselves now. They've been getting rid of all their players and they're going to be bringing in loads of loan players. They're goosed. Northampton, same.
Yep.
Shrewsbury, struggle. They'll struggle.
Aaron was like Crawley.
I mean,
absolutely.
I don't know what. I mean, obviously, they have no ambition of trying to stay in.
They got rid of Lolos.
I mean,
they got rid of
eight or nine of their starting 11 in the.
Why?
Because it's going to makes money for them. They know that they're not going to survive because they don't have the funds to stay in League One. They perform miracles to get through the playoffs. Everybody said they shouldn't have gone through. They beat MK Dons. They shouldn't have gone through, but they did. And now they've kind of gone, oh crap! It's like ordered all this food and they haven't got money to pay for the bill. So what do? Well, they sell off the family silver to get the money to pay the bill.
Right, but then go on, Rosie, send it through. Fucking hell. But then I look at we watched the watch-alongs and watch them. They had the guy with the fucking LA Dodgers hat on, dipshit there. They're sitting there, something. You're gonna go up and then you're just gonna pull the rug out. What the fuck is the point? What are you doing? What are you doing? I don't know.
It's better for them. It's better for them to go up to League One. You can then sell the players which have been really, really good for slightly higher because they're now League One players, even though you're not strictly speaking in League One. You get more money from the EFL. So you
go on, Rosie.
Go on, Rosie. Penalty. Come on.
Oh, that's a penalty.
Referee.
That was a pen.
Referee. You get more money from the EFL. You get 20% more money from the EFL in funding. So you will get a cash injection. Bring lots of players on loan, which are going to be cheap. Survive your way through the season because you get more funds and everything else. And then you go back down to League Two, but then you've got a bigger war chest. So then you can start to rebuild. Makes sense to me. I don't think they were expecting to get through the playoffs. So
sorry to cut you off, guys. That was less of a should have Wrexham should have penalty. Sorry, 56 minutes on the clock. That should have been a penalty for Wrexham. Bullshit, bollocks. But I would have got Lolos. By the way, I like Lolos. I think he's a good player.
Yeah, very good, very good.
Of course, if Aaron said something, he wouldn't have to fucking Rotherham. Where did he go?
I swear, I don't remember actually. I should say that.
Oh, come on, guys. You can't be giving the ball away like that.
I think he went to Bolton, actually. I think he went to Bolton.
Go on, Karen. Play. Oh, come on.
That's late. Oh, she helped her up.
No need.
Yeah. Oh,
you're winning 4-0. There's no need for that. Really isn't.
Who's that that just went down?
Karen Allen.
So I'm still learning the women's team. Yeah, there you go. 57-40 on the clock. 4-0 Portland Thorns versus Wrexham. You cannot give the ball up that deep.
No. Why are you tracking it?
Nice
Play
save.
Dell. Good save, Dell.
That
save to our left.
Awesome, by the way. That save is awesome.
It's what we were talking about earlier, though, about having small victories. If we can last this half without conceding any more,
that's
a small victory. Win the half. Absolutely.
Win the half. Get fit. Whatever. We're winning in certain ways that really aren't on the pitch. But again, to your point, you both said it. Is the mental state? Can Dale say, "Hey, listen, don't look at it this way. Look at it this way." And as a player, I'm sure we all were like, we play football. You play football. I play basketball. You don't want to take it to the point where it gets you down. Like, okay, shrug it off. There you go. Put on fucking Taylor Swift and let's move on. Whatever. Hip Karma says, remember to smash the like, consider subscribing. Yes, subscribe. We are on our way to 1,000 subs, and Aaron is a part of the community as well. Welsh Seki, please drop a mark to what you guys do with the chips and everything. Me and your brother.
Yeah, well, I will. I will. Don't worry, I'll do it at some point. It's
No,
fine. I'm not. No, it's no, because it's your part. This is your channel, not mine, and I'm not here to promote myself. I'm just here to enjoy watching the match with other people, which is great, and have a chat about Wrexham stuff in general. This is just stuff. This is just stuff we used to do when we were sitting around in the
pub.
mice bin or the turf or whatever it was. This is what we do. We'd sit. Often we'd be watching, a Premier game or a Division 1 game or whatever, and we'd be talking about that, or we'd be talking about the state of Wrexham. It's exactly the same.
Now I'm taking offense to it. Where's your brother at this point?
He'll be in bed, the lazy shit.
It's Eat More Chips, correct? Eat More Chips podcast.
Eat More Chips, yeah. It's Eat More Chips podcast.
Go subscribe to Eat More Chips podcast.
I kind of prefer the chips and whatever.
I'll second you. Fuck off. Go subscribe to the Eat More Chips podcast. I'll be shameless if you
listen.
Like.
It doesn't. It's like what's important is, are the hats available yet? Because I want to buy one.
Shit.
I want to buy one. Yeah, I want to buy one. Are they available yet? Have you sorted out Etsy?
I have sorted. Hold on. Where's my stuff? Yes, I did, sir. Yes, I sorted out the Etsy. Okay, I sent the money today. It's there.
Good.
And
okay, great.
Good.
Good.
So, all right, you want a little update? So we're gonna have red. Sorry, not red. Sorry, we have black and white hats, and I got a green one coming special. Nice. Producer and special.
Nice.
Yes.
It would match my. I'll get the green because it'll match my Wrexham jacket, which is perfect.
There you go. So we do a green dad hat with white on it. It's a producer and special. Yes. So I did. We do that.
I'm gonna go off for a second. I want to take a picture of what's on my wall because I need you guys to see it. 1 second.
Okay. Aaron, by the way, did you get it?
Dude, I haven't. I have not.
Really? What's wrong with you, bro?
I've been playing Football Manager and I can't stop. It's a problem. It's literally on my TV right now. I mean, I'm not playing it since you got on, but I was playing it when the game came on, so I've got Football Manager on. Right now. I'm just not into it right now.
Okay, I mean, I actually bought this. I actually bought the disc, and then I actually bought it for the to download.
So yeah. Here's an exciting update. So we just had our meeting, our coaches, the board meeting, and where we selected the players for my two boys' soccer league. Okay. And of course, I'm coaching them. And this is what's weird is this will be the first fall that I'm coaching anything other than American football for 20 years, maybe 21 years. I feel weird. I feel really weird about it. But the boys are loving soccer, so I'm all about it. And so we were picking teams, and literally we ended up with I've got 3 of the best players in the whole league on our team.
Superb.
Yeah.
I'm like, I go, are you guys sure we're okay with this? They're like, oh yeah, we'll have fun. I'm like, okay, we're gonna fucking kill everybody.
Yeah, get in.
So you gotta set goals for them that are like unattainable. Like, hey, listen.
Oh, I'm gonna have.
I want 10 clean sheets. 11. I don't know what's 11s. I don't know how good they are at 11. I have no.
Well, actually, I can give you an idea. So last fall, we had let's see, let me look.
As you look at 62-51 on the clock, 4-0 Portland versus Wrexham. We're in the local pundit pub, and Welsh Stuckey went to take a picture of something while he's doing that. What did you get?
So go on, Aaron. Do your thing.
No, you're good. You're good. Go ahead.
No. Sorry, no. Finish what you're saying, man.
So basically, we finished undefeated, won every game. We had our goal difference was plus 21. Scored 28 goals and conceded 7 in our season last year. So we were really good, and we're going to be better this year.
Lose your first game.
No, I don't think I can. I don't know how. I don't know how.
Can I just pause it on a second? Do you think the girls look a little disinterested? Like
they're frustrated. They're frustrated. You can see.
Rosie frustrated. Sorry to interrupt there.
They're massively frustrated.
Rosie looks pissed off. right? You can see it.
And the problem, they're having they're having a little kick about because basically she's saying take the free kick from the right place. Rosie is saying, and the player from Portland is kicking it further forward, and Rosie then just kicking it back, saying no, from there. And they're having this.
There you go. Yeah.
You know, they're massively frustrated. The problem seems to be at the moment is for the Wrexham women is the midfield is getting swamped. So there's no service to Rosie and Amber up front. So they're not getting what they need to do. Plus the fact is that the back four isn't particularly solid because the Portland attackers are so fast. They are so pacey. Oh yeah, they're so pacey. So the defense is struggling massively, and the defense is too scared to come too far forward because they're worried about getting caught. So you get in this huge gap in midfield where the midfielders aren't able to stitch together passes through. So they're responding by basically doing long balls. They're doing long balls or hitting hope shots like that, which was a long range out of the box shot, which is kind of it wasn't even on target. So so Rosie and Amber. Rosie and Ava Suckley, who are the two out-and-out strikers, they're both very similar players. Ava is ferocious. She is an absolute out-and-out striker. She will pounce on any loose ball, and she is totally, focused on, I want that ball. I'm going to charge through with that ball, and I'm going to smash that ball in the net. The problem is that they're not getting the service, and you can see that in their body language. They're getting very frustrated. Very frustrated. Yeah.
And on that note,
So the picture I took was I was thinking about memorabilia. I've got a fair bit of memorabilia in the house and whatever. This is one of my pride and joys. I don't know whether you can. Hopefully, you can see this. I'll have to take off I think I'll have to take off my filter. I think.
But I don't want to lose George Evans, obviously. Clearly.
So this is my pride and joy. This is my framed Wrexham shirt from 1999. So this was signed by the side then. So there's got some big players on here. Joey Jones's signature's on there. Wow. Brian Flynn's is on there. That's my one. And then I also have my signed Mickey Thomas taking the penalty against Arsenal in 1991. The actual shot where he hit that free kick, taken by Les Evans, who was the old Wrexham photographer, who was a legend at Wrexham, and taken behind the goal, signed by Mickey. And so I'm just thinking about kind of things that. I'd be interested to hear in the chat if anybody else has got kind of memorabilia that they're proud of, pleased of. Doesn't have to be Wrexham memorabilia; it can be any memorabilia. It doesn't matter. Because I've also got a Chipper Jones signed bat because I'm a massive baseball fan. I'm Atlanta Braves, I'm afraid, guys.
Atlanta Braves, yeah. Oh, don't listen. You might have a problem.
So I've got on the wall in the hall. I've got a signed Chipper Jones bat.
You have to deal with Aaron on that.
And a picture of Chipper signed.
Remember when the Yankees beat the Atlanta Braves in the World Series? I mean, I'm a Yankees fan. Yeah. Aaron, who are you? Who do you support? Baseball.
Cubs.
Oh,
they're the closest team.
Go the
they're
Cubbies.
Closest to us. So.
Go the Cubs.
That's
Go
right.
the Cubbies.
Hey, well, the one motto for the Cubs, there's always next year. We've kind of.
Well,
that's our
Bruce
motto.
Grant is a Minnesota Vikings supporter, so there's always next year. There's always next year. Yeah. I appreciate that you like baseball though.
Love baseball. Love baseball. I played when I was younger and wasn't the size of a house. I used to play softball because in the UK the baseball scene is quite difficult to get into because there are very, very few kind of really good baseball teams. But softball is a lot stronger, and there are lots of local softball teams in South Wales. They've actually got quite a strong league in South Wales.
Fast pitch or slow pitch?
Slow pitch.
Okay.
We tried fast pitch, and too many people got knocked out. So. We turned to slow pitch, but we were basically we were the team I was in was the South Wales Orioles.
Oh yeah,
based on the Baltimore Orioles. So we were in the South Wales Orioles, and it was great. We loved it. We used to play every Sunday against the local sides. Robbie Keane jersey. Robbie Keane, great player.
Oh yeah,
great Irish player. Great player.
I've got a cool piece of memorabilia.
Nice.
So this is And this is how I met. Well, kind of met. I never met him in person, but got in touch with Welsh Techie. We took the kids last summer to the Philadelphia game, and we took the Eat More Chips flag. And so we took that flag with us, and we got that flag signed by Ben Tozer.
Wow.
Who else is on it? I gotta think who else is on it. Who was
Did you get Fozzie's? Did you get Fozzie's?
no, I didn't get Fozzie. Didn't get Fozzie. We got, gosh, trying to think, who all did we get? I'm having a brain fart right now. Can't think who all. Anyway, there's a handful that they had. They had like a pregame signing where there was a few of the players that weren't healthy at the time, that weren't playing. So we got a few of those, and then we got Ben's right after the game. He was walking, they were doing the clap around, and I hollered at him, and he come over and talked to the kids for a minute and signed it. So we've got that. The kids got that, put it on the wall in their room. So they love that. So they think that's cool. So yeah, we got the Eat More Chips flag signed. And then
Can't
I got some other stuff, our buddy.
Can't think of anything
And then I've got a few things that Welsh Techie actually sent us a little care package of some stuff that was very cool. So
Nice.
yeah, he's a good dude. This dude's all right. Don't let the hard talk fool you. He's
yeah. Don't let the fat suit fool you. Not for 1 second. No, I'm actually a bastard, Aaron. Don't play it like it is. I'm actually a bastard.
This is what I love about doing this, by the way. I'm sure everyone who's here, none of us, I mean, I've never met Welsh Techie before in my life, ever. I mean, Aaron, ever. We've been on a show, but like, this is what's great. We could sit there and be like, boom, bang, we're on. The common ground is the Wrexham football and everything. We just go, and I think it's the best. This is the best medicine that anyone can ever have.
See, for me, this is I love this because I have nobody around here that I can talk to about Wrexham.
Yeah,
I'm trying to get my brother into it. What you talked to?
I try to get your brother into it too. I don't know if
he's kind of half-assed. He's not quite there, but he's.
Come on, Rebecca. Cover it.
Having things like this, and then having the Discord where we can actually talk about it. I love
it. Karen.
No, it nice talking, by the way. And you're right, it does change it. It does change it. And like I said, we just sit here and we're just I love it. This is great, and more may continue. And we will continue to do this. Micah Hillier says, sorry to interrupt. Braveheart says, William Boat. I've also the picture and the shirt frame separately from the Arsenal FA Cup game 1992.
Nice.
Ooh, well done.
Nice.
What is my? What do I have? I don't think I have anything. The only thing I have memorabilia. 10,000 plus. They said for the attendance.
That's nicely vague, isn't it? 10,000 plus. What's that? 100,000? 200,000?
Yeah,
10,000 plus.
That's like when you're with someone you really like, and you're like, "I love you," and you're like, "I really like you too." You don't respond.
At least they picked the right badge. The thing that is really sticking in my craw at the moment is every time I see. So there was a vlogger who was on. I was looking on YouTube the other day. Who was basically talking crap about Wrexham, and he started off by using the 1872 badge, and I'm like, oh, just go boil your head.
Yeah,
either get your stuff right or don't bother.
Yeah, if you're gonna come,
if you're gonna slag us off, you're gonna talk crap.
Yeah,
then at least get your graphics right.
Another pet peeve was mine when someone and listen, I'm a horrible speller. When they spell things wrong, and they're like, "You effing, you are," or you spell things wrong. You're like, "Well, you just lost all credibility."
Yeah, exactly.
You just spelled the wrong, or you're wrong. You know what I mean? Like shit like that. Like you just lost. Yeah. Who's number 8? Just came on. She looked very young. Number 8. Do we know who that was? Just came on. 10,839 says Marie from SoCal. Hi, Marie from SoCal. How are you? Good to see you.
10379. That's good.
So number 8 just came out. I'm trying to see who that is. Let me just double check here.
Maybe Marsh, maybe.
Yeah, by the 10,379. There we go. Sub Anna Marsh came out. Kara Jones. Anna Marsh.
Marsh, by the sounds of it, yeah, probably.
Yeah. Del Morgan is good. Okay. Yeah, Anna Marsh.
Anna Marsh. So Anna Marsh is under 19. She's under 19s player, but she's making her way up to senior squad.
Okay. How many players are on this Thorns team? What the fuck?
Loads. But it's again, you see, it's the American Women's Academy system. They have lots of resources because the game is much more advanced. It's great. It's absolutely brilliant. There's a reason why the USA women's team has the success levels that it has of winning so many World Cups and so many Olympic gold medals. Because the one fantastic thing that you guys have done incredibly well is develop the women's side of the game from early on, grab those kids early, and kept them interested in the game.
You know what's interesting about that too? We don't do that with the men's. We try, and they want to play football. They want to play American football. They want to play basketball. And Aaron, you know this better than I do. We have so many good athletes, and the women, they're benefiting for this. You know what I mean? Like we have so many great men athletes, and we have so many great women athletes. Like, why are we not doing this? Go ahead.
I'm going to make a prediction.
Go on, brother.
After the World Cup in 26, soccer will explode in the United States, in Canada. I think it will. Explode.
Let's be honest. After you held it in '94, soccer exploded in the US anyway.
And then when the women won it in 90, was it 98? 98
I think it was, yeah.
Something like that. The women won it. That's when the women's soccer really exploded. And so I think that set that. Now, obviously, the men aren't going to win the World Cup, but just having it here, and if the men can get a decent run out of it, I think it'd be huge. I think it could really.
Can I just also say,
it's great play.
Great play.
Could be a goal here. She's running through.
Oh, that should have been a goal. She did everything right. I'll tell you this right now, Portland, right? And there's a weird dynamic. This is what the magic is, and I'm like Rob's wife, Caitlin Olsen, who's a fantastic actor, producer, like she's from Portland. The irony for the fact that we're gonna play in Portland, and she's there, it's her hometown, and this is happening. That's the type of weird magic that's happening. This Portland team has run in 25 girls here, right? And they all look spectacular, and I'm impressed. And our women, by the way, nice show, number 8. I like that. She came down, put her hand down, give me the ball.
Karen got pocket picked.
That should have been
stay with her. Oh.
Unlucky. That should have been a foul. That should have been a foul. That should have been a foul. Yep. Yeah.
I remember who all signed the flag. It had Jordan Tunnicliffe, Anthony Ford, and also Brian Flynn was there. I forgot he was there.
Flinny signed
it.
The stories he could tell you, and he likes a drink. You buy him a drink, he will tell you tall tales all night long. But I tell you something, as somebody who spots talent, and he knows everybody everywhere, all senior managers at all levels, right the way across the British scene, he knows his stuff. And what a great player he was in his day. Played for Burnley. That's his main team, as well as Swansea, because that's where he's from. He's from South Wales. But as a Welsh international, I saw him play a number of times when he was playing as a Welsh international in the 80s. Wow, what a player. Tiny guy, really small. You're thinking, oh, yeah, you're not going to be very physical. Boy, was he physical.
But those are the most physical guys.
Yeah.
He knows how to use his ass. He probably knows how to use his elbows. Absolutely. 5-0 for the Portland. Man. Yeah, by the way, sorry. Do you think we can ever keep it American fans? Do you think we can keep American fans when we level out and lose more games than win? For men's or women's, Michael, I feel like I don't know.
It's always the thing, isn't it? Because nothing breeds popularity more in sport than success.
Yep.
There's a reason why I'm an Atlanta Braves fan. I'm not from Atlanta. I don't know anybody from Atlanta. But when I got into baseball, it was in the early to mid 90s when the Braves were winning everything. And I went, I like them. I like Chipper Jones. He's good. He's a good batter. I want him. I'm going to be a Braves fan. And that's where I started following the Braves. The difference is I've always followed the Braves, even when they went in the 90s really, really good and then went really, really crap. And I just stayed with the Braves. You know,
and
that's
you're
the
a
difference.
big John Rocker fan, and you love and we love Eastbound and Down. So sorry to interrupt. George Williams. Only thing we have is from an hour ago, 57 minutes. It did go. TJ was stretchered off, and the crowd burst into applause to support her. We'll provide her an update.
Sheila busted her ACL.
Yeah. So we have nothing updated on that, George. If we do hear anything, we will do that, but nothing on the official website. So
Sheila busted her ACL or knee ligaments probably if she can't walk off.
Yep.
It's and the 5G pitches are renowned for it. Terrible for it.
She probably got.
We saw that in the National League every time Wrexham played on them. You know.
Yep. Square. Oh, nice play. Nice play.
As far as the American fans go, I think we'll, if we level out or when we level out, I think there will be, you might lose some, but I think you're going to keep, just like you've stayed following the Braves, you know, even though they've went through tough times. But I think you're still going to keep a good, Wrexham will keep a good percentage.
Go on, Ava. Go on, Ava.
Good hustle. Good hustle. Sorry. Yeah, good hustle.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I think we're on a trajectory.
I
think we're on a trajectory. I really do. Did she hurt herself? Come on.
I was Ava. This is Ava though. You see, she will dive into she will put herself 100% into every tackle because she wants to win that ball. She wants to put that ball in the net. She will pursue and pursue and pursue. That's the kind of player she is.
Yeah, good tackle there on her. How old is she?
19.
No.
Maybe nearly 20.
Wow.
She was in the 19s, I know that, but I don't think she played in the 19s anymore. So I'm gonna say 19, 20, something like that.
Yeah. Well, they went short on the corner here. Sorry, right now we're talking. There you go. Get into the box. There it is.
Yes. Yes. Oh.
Good try. George says it looked terrible, meaning of the when she went down.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, she definitely caught a cleat for sure, or a boot for sure. John Hampton, how you doing? Good to see you. I still support the Oakland A's baseball team, and we have since 1972. You're when I met a few of the crew, like
Reggie Jackson, what a player he was! Oh my life!
Yeah,
what a player he was.
And if you haven't seen Moneyball, John, go watch fucking Moneyball. What a great movie! A great movie. Moneyball's one of the best movies of all time, right?
Yeah, that's a great movie. I love it.
How many girls are How many girls are coming on?
Yeah,
are they just rolling them in? Yeah,
they'll do rolling possibly, or they'll do. You got to remember they've probably got squads of 35 to 40 easy at the academy level.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah, Rolly Fingers says George Williams. John, yeah, I love Moneyball. Moneyball is a great movie. The book is even better. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. Definitely check it out. Rolling subs here coming on for Portland. 82-15-16 on the clock. 5-0 Portland Wrexham. I'll say this. It's been unlucky. I was going to say unlucky.
Dell was completely crowded out there by their player. She couldn't get to the ball, so she was kept a little bit in no man's land, and the ball pretty much went over her head. And I think whoever was on the line tried to get it out, but it was too late.
Yep.
Unlucky Wrexham. Unlucky.
I do feel, and I said this last time. I was like, by the way, the shorts don't matter anymore. I don't understand. I did say this that the scores don't matter, and I know we got beat pretty heavy, and we're making history. Now I'm watching this. We got to. Dale, as you said this before, Dale has to manage mental now in certain ways. You know what I mean? And I think we're at the start of something amazing. But I think we, seeing this, I'm like, okay, how do we keep him? How do we keep him up and take it there? You can take beat downs on a one, but not 3 on the bounce. So that's my comment.
The players like Steve. He's very, very good with the players. Yeah. But sometimes I think he's too soft. I think sometimes he needs to draw a line. Sometimes he needs to be a bit more firm. That's an unfortunate goal. That really is. It literally it pops over Dale's head because Dale is trying to come for the ball and she's blocked out by the Portland player and her own defender, so she can't get to it to actually punch it clear or get to it. So it's unfortunate. So Steve needs to be a bit of tough love sometimes, and also tactically, I think Steve needs some work. I think sometimes you cry out sometimes to say, look, some sides we need to be more defensive, or we need to get that midfield working a bit better to provide that service, because Rosie Hughes feeds off service. You give her the ball to run onto, she will run onto it all day long, but you've got to give her that service to start. She can't make that play herself because she's not that kind of attacker. She's not a Mullin. Even though the two have been compared, Mullin is a playmaker. He will make the plays.
Drop back and get it. Yeah.
Rosie's not like that. She's a predatory attacker. She will, if she's fed the ball, she will run at the players using pace and then fox the defense that way. That's how she plays. Ava's exactly the same. That's why I think they're so frustrated tonight. They're not getting service, and therefore they're a bit stuck in no man's land. So I like Steve. He's not a bad manager. I don't think for what Wrexham women need now, he's not right. But I agree with you, Josh. Give him one more season.
One more season,
But my prediction is that unless there is a marked change, I think Steve will be replaced next year.
Right, because we can't, like, you got to the final, and we got beat, whatever. It's Cardiff. I get that. It's like, okay, you have to do that. I think that but again, when we start talking about business, money, and things like that, things change. But by the way, this Thorns team, they look really sharp. I'm just saying that.
They're very sharp.
Yeah,
they're passing. They're passing it around midfield. They're passing it across the back. That you can see the Wrexham players are chasing it.
Chasing shadow.
And what they do, they're pulling the Wrexham midfield apart, so they're getting lots of space to pass the ball around.
Yep.
It is very much two different classes of players right now, and it's unfortunate.
Yeah.
But
John said, I really feel bad for the ladies. There's two versions for me, and I'm sorry to go. I'm proud of what we're doing, that we're doing this, but I'm hoping that he can get there. Like, okay, here's why we, don't fuck the score or whatever. Go out there and do this. Don't get demoralized by it, especially having 3 heavy defeats and a bounce. George says, big difference is that these teams are playing and training every day, and our ladies maybe train 3 times a day at a week in their jobs. Yeah, that's huge. I mean, it's just,
they're being paid to be semi-professional at the moment. They're getting, the amount of money that they're getting is not huge at all. It's just about enough to keep their head above water for part-time work.
Yep.
So they are working as well as being footballers.
Well,
these academy players, they will be scholars, the same as Wrexham Academy men are, i.e.
One girl plays for Oregon. Like, I know the one girl that came out, Alexis, right? Aaron, she came out, she's at Oregon.
Yep.
She's at Oregon University.
The Wrexham male academy players, they're scholars. So they devote 100% of their time. They go to classes to learn, standard educational stuff. And then they do football training twice a day, 4 days a week, as well as their matches on weekends, and they get paid. So that's the difference. What we need, and the plans are for then eventually Wrexham to start setting up a women's academy. Yeah, that's coming. It's coming. It's just going to take time.
I wonder if they don't, obviously they'll do this again next year. I wonder if they look for some lower level competition. Because there's some lower level leagues, like Indy 11's got a women's team. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got the USL women's thing that and they're just getting ready to start a new league too. USL's doing something.
USL's good too.
So I'm curious if they try to, because I don't think doing this again is necessarily great.
I feel like we're at we're at the start of like something special, and this is like indoor soccer of the 1980s, which I love, and it's like, oh, we're at the start of it, doing this over here, which is kind of crazy. Ree from SoCal says, what is the motivation for Rob and Ryan to invest heavily into the women's side if there is no path forward into another league?
Because it's part of the development of the community that they've promised to do from day one. because the women's side and the women's side were run by the community trust, and that was Gemma before Gemma was re-employed by the club. Because the women's side, there was a Wrexham's women's side, but it folded when the club basically ran out of money.
Yeah.
And basically, then Gemma set up the community trust to then run a women's and girls side to try and promote women's and girls football in the community of Wrexham. Part of the promises that Rob and Ryan made was to improve the community, and that includes funding the women's and the men's game. So I understand it, but it's not all about success. It's actually about developing players. Because don't forget, the players in the community won't necessarily play for Wrexham. They might go on and play for a WSL side and then become Welsh internationals. Yep. That's all, getting the local pool of talent. Yes, you would love the local Wrexham girls and women to play for Wrexham women and girls. Absolutely. But it's developing those players.
I think it's all multi-layered. I really feel like there's so many layers. Like, we pull and we want like success on the pitch. We want success off the pitch. There are so many layers to this. What they're doing, it's sort of incredible. Go on, have it.
Go on. Oh,
yeah. There are so many layers to what this story and what the club, and obviously you're close to it, and your missus is there as well. There's so many more layers than just like, I don't know. We want to go up to that. It's pretty incredible, and it's almost like taking on a lot. But I feel like, it'll all catch up to each other. Like, we're taking on this part of it, and it's all like 7-9 different things, and it might all not hit at the same time. But if you keep pulling it and you keep pushing it forward and willing it forward, and pushing the boulder up the hill, and it's tough to actually push like 9 boulders rather than 1. We're pushing a lot of boulders up the hill, and some things are going to sacrifice. But I'm hoping we can do a lot for the town, the clubs, and the academy, and everything like that too. George says one of the Welsh Premier League gets a spot in the Euro, if I'm not mistaken.
That's true. Yeah, they get spotted. Oh dear,
they didn't need that. That's that number 13.
That's a gut punch.
Yeah,
that's a gut punch. Right at the end.
Yeah.
I mean, the defense just were pushing up further and further, and the more they do that, they just can't. If they do that breakaway, I guess it's what I was saying earlier. If you don't anticipate the move of the runners, they are so fast. All they need is that half step on you, and they're gone.
Yeah.
And you're always then playing on the back foot. You're always playing towards your own goal. Something that as a defender, Josh, defender, you can't do. Can't play towards your own goal. You've got to be behind the ball and get them to come.
Ball you man.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Ball you man. And by the way, look at she just ran past 3 girls.
Yeah.
They're fit. Yeah. Jason Christensen says, it was only a few years ago that many of our Portland players, and Jason, welcome for coming in. Thank you, and I appreciate you coming into the Portland, as a Portland supporter. Our Portland players were still working outside of football with minimum salary of $16,000 a year. That's the growth. The growth comes. Hopefully, exposure accelerates.
Definitely, yeah. Definitely. Jason's absolutely right. Absolutely right. Yeah, absolutely.
And
that's what this tour will help by exposing Wrexham women to this level of players. Something will rub off. Something will rub off, whether it be increased skills or understanding to take on somebody of a higher skill level, or just the experience where, you got, as I said before, there were girls in Wrexham 5 years ago. There is no way they would think they were going to play for a women's side.
No.
That's how far the game has come.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why this doesn't really matter. And I'll say this, so it's 7-0, 92-34 on the clock. It's over. You have to give so much respect to Portland. And it's not about the score. And, we take this and put it on as a badge of honor. Like, all right, cool, great. Now we move on. It's a different level of fitness in certain things, and maybe class in certain ways. But these women, like, I'll say this again. Chelsea, United, City, Celtic, none of them brought over their women's team to be here and play. So, you know what? This is amazing. And to credit with Rob and Ryan, there's Rob there.
There's Rob.
On the pitch, supporting everybody. He's not like, you don't shy away from this. You know what? I think this is awesome. And I know it sucks to lose, as we all know, but fucking hell, this is a start of like, we're not going anywhere. And I think that's very, very important.
It will make them hungry.
Yeah.
It will make the Wrexham players hungry because they will. This is we've all played sport. It's nothing worse than being on the on the wrong end of a defeat, it makes you hungry, thinking, I do not want to do this again. I am going to work harder. The team will work harder to try and then get those results. It will make them hungry.
Sorry, Aaron, I apologize.
No.
The first people on the pitch were Rob and Caitlin out there. And that, so I know that sounds like they're there like it's not about like, hey, and they're out there like, this is very important. It's like, it's actually, that's great. Like Caitlin Olsen is on the pitch right now, thanking the players. Oh, it's amazing. I really think it's amazing. It's awesome.
And with her being a local as well, because of her being a Portland girl, it's because again, it's her hometown. She's massively proud of it, and so she should be. It's
by
great.
The way,
absolutely
look at Rob's hat. By the way, Rob's hat is a black hat with yellow on the top. You see it?
Yeah. He's not got one of your local pundit hats yet, no?
I was too. Oh, it's white. I almost gave him my hat off my head the other night.
That would be a coup. That would be a coup, wouldn't it? Getting Rob to.
Yeah. No, this is big. This is big. Listen, I think this is it. 20 years from now, we're all going to be talking about this again, and this is big. Look at that. That's
both teams all together, all the staff, everybody taking one big group shot. Amazing. Amazing.
What's her name of it?
There's TJ in a big leg brace. So, she's definitely blown her knee. Well played. Well played, everybody.
Well played. And you know what? God bless that it's on television. We have to watch it. Look at this. This is great. There's Rob's kid right there in the TikTok shirt. Yep. That's awesome.
They're getting him to do a lap of honor, I think, which is brilliant. Because obviously, as you say, 10,000 crowd. That's great. That's not to be sniffed at. No, there are. I've been. In the bad old days, I've been to League Two games where there have been 3,500 for men's games. So to play in front of a 10,000 plus, that is not to be sniffed at. That's a great experience. That's brilliant.
And what a great venue, by the way, too.
Superb.
Look at the Black of Honor together. There's Rob with his son. First one out there, and you see there's Erin looking. She's okay. That's great. This is amazing. So I wasn't shy on Rob. I've been in that when you're in like in the room that you're in that environment, you don't want to be that guy, and I didn't want to be that guy. So I bet Rob said, "Shake it off, that shit off." He absolutely did. And said, "Nice shot of the players together, class." No, this has been purely done well, really done well, and this is it's more about it's pretty amazing. And we got to see new kits. I just hope that what's her name's not too badly injured.
Yeah, it didn't look good.
No,
didn't look good.
Stupid 5G pitches.
That looked black and blue. I don't know if you guys saw that. I mean, I know I'm not a doctor. I just play one on TV, but wow, they didn't give up though. They never hung their head.
Oh, you could see that they were running. Their hearts out. They put everything into it, but it's not the result. It's what you get from it as a team, and I think they're going to get some great stuff. There will be questions to be asked, of course, because now that's 3 heavy defeats: 11-0, 6-1, 7-0. We've only scored 1 goal. We've conceded a lot of goals. Questions will be asked, but you have to look at the difference in levels between the two sides are immense.
Levels and where they're at in their seasons. Like these girls are fit. This girl Miller had a nice one there.
That's great, number 13. What a goal that is.
She knew exactly.
Turns a defender inside out.
She knew exactly what she wanted to do.
Brilliant.
These girls, keep an eye on the Thorns and fair play and credit to that's unfortunate. Fair play to them, and they should be very, very proud of what they're doing. Yeah, absolutely. Just as proud as we are, and proud of our club for being. I go back to this too. No other club from the UK brought their women's team over.
Nope. And that's up. And a lot of that is down to Gemma. We sing the praises of Gemma a lot. She absolutely is Wrexham Woman. Yep. She is a superb ambassador. She is a brilliant organizer. The girls definitely play for her. There's no doubt about that. She is the beating heart behind Wrexham Women and keeping it alive. When nobody else was interested, she was the one who was out in the community, offering You know, if you're interested in football and if you're a certain age, turn up on a wet Wednesday night to a sports centre and come and have a kick around, and we'll give you that opportunity. So many of the side of the women who are in this side and in the under 19s have come through that system. So absolutely, Gemma is the one. And Gaz as well. Gaz, her husband, Gaz Owen, Wrexham legend that he is, under 21s manager. Even after the fact that he's not been very well recently, he was the proper power couple in women's football in North Wales.
Rob and Caitlin just gave a hug to Gemma, who went down. Gemma, who was on crutches.
TJ,
no,
DJ. Yeah, he went down. Yeah, it just went out. Yeah, my feed just went out. But that was we didn't want the result, but what more important was what happened. My feed just went out. George Williams, it wouldn't be interesting to see the Super League teams fare against these teams at the same level. Yeah, I mean, listen, fair play to all of them. My feed went out, so we have nothing left. But this has been great. The result is not what we wanted, obviously, but fair play to the Thorns, and more importantly, it's a great spectacle. So awesome. All right, gents and ladies who were in the chat, thanks for coming in. We had a steady of 50, 60 people in it, which is great. We got more than we expected. The iFollow worked, which is awesome. Yeah. So tomorrow we're gonna do the men's game. If you guys are around, come on in. I'm gonna do the men's game. I'm probably gonna do it for my channel and for Red Horde. So Walshucky, you're always welcome. And
of course, he's there, isn't he? Tomorrow, he's actually at the game. I mean, that's super exciting for him.
Yeah,
to be able to see Wrexham for the first time live.
Yeah.
Mega.
I had the first part of the tour. He's got the last part of the tour, so it's awesome.
Nice.
So we're trying to help that out. So we'll do that tomorrow. I'm going to interview Rousey tomorrow. I'm going to ask you both this before we go. I'm going to two beards, Rousey. Do I do it live?
No. Not unless you got a beat machine. Not unless you got a beat machine. No.
Okay.
No.
All right.
I mean, Rousey, I love him. I love him to bits, and he's brilliant, and he doesn't care, which is great. But there is a time, and it depends whether you want an R-rated stream or not. Okay. Is my answer to that. I mean, I have said I want to get him on our pod, but I will bleep him out because I won't.
Okay.
I won't do language like that. It's quite funny when we went on their pod. They were like, "No, just swear all you want." So obviously, my brother just took that as an advantage because he's got a right potty mouth, as we say in the UK. He's got a proper potty mouth. But Rousey's great, and again, really passionate Wrexham fan. For somebody who he has to take a lot of flack because unfortunately, there is that small percentage of Wrexham fans who were like, "Oh, you've only been here 5 minutes. You're not proper fans. You're plastic." All this crap that I have no time for whatsoever. He has to put up with a lot of rubbish. But he does it with a plum. He does it with, I don't give a monkeys what you all think. I love Wrexham. The thing is, this guy's English. He came from Coventry. He's got 3 lions tattooed on his arm. Yeah. Boy, did I take the shiz out of him for that. Saying, you've got that horrible, horrendous thing on your arm. What is that? Because I've got a Welsh dragon on mine because I'm Welsh and I'm proud of my country. And he's got the 3 lions here, which is hilarious. So he's English.
I have 2 terrible.
But he loves Wrexham. He loves Wrexham to bits. And he's him and Adrian are going to come over here to come to the race course. And I have said I want to be the first person to buy you a pint when you get over here because absolutely, you two totally deserve. And the same to you guys. I know it's going to be difficult, but we need by hook or by crook, we need to get you over here and experience it live because there is nothing like it. A match day in Wrexham, there is nothing like it. It is electric. It is fun. You get to see loads of people that you see on a regular basis. You get to meet loads of people you've never spoken to. You get to, and although you get that feeling of what being at the Kairos is like, being there in reality when the song kicks in as the players are walking on, when we start singing all the songs, when that goal goes in and the whole crowd goes mad, when you are chanting against the opposition, who are often, where I sit, my season ticket is, the away fans are about 20 foot that way. They're 20 foot away. So the big bank of them, and particularly when you've got the likes of Stockport or Notts County, who bring everybody, they bring their full 1,000, and they are proper vocal. I mean, when we played Stockport in that last game of the season, because they were champions, they were trying desperately to make sure that we were aware that they were champions. And when we beat them, we didn't care. We were just properly giving it to them. They're 20 feet there. There's 1,000 of them, and they're baying for your blood.
Yeah.
It's so exciting, and it's so it's primordial almost to get that feeling. And when that goal goes in and you get 11,000 fans all cheering at the same time, it drills into your bones and you feel it.
Yeah,
that's what you can't get from watching it on television. And by hook or by crook, we need to get the two of you over just to experience it, because
me and the family we're in the process of getting our passports, so we're working on it. We're working on it.
Well, just do it. Just come and experience it, because there is nothing like it. It is fantastic, and you get some idiots in the Wrexham family, like you get idiots in every family. We all have an uncle or an aunt who we see them once at Christmas, and the rest of the time we don't talk to them. Yeah. There are people like that in the Wrexham family, absolutely, but they are absolute thin minority. Majority of people are beautiful people, friendly. If they've got a piece of bread, they will give you half. That's the kind of people they are. These are the people who literally, you hear the stories that we hear a lot. When we were in serious financial trouble and we needed that money to basically pay for that bond, otherwise we weren't going to play in the league. The whole thing about kids emptying their piggy banks is true. It's true. Pigs, they were emptying their piggy banks out, and kids go in with whatever they had and saying, "I want to give this." There were people who were taking the mortgage on their house, and they were saying, "Look, I can give whatever I can." There were old women who were, literally a £5, £2, whatever it was. Everybody chipped in. I chipped in. My brother chipped in. We all chipped in. Loads of people chipped in because we love the club so much. Yeah. Those are the people you meet.
The story's not over. Like we're just.
Oh no!
No. We're like 2A. You know what I mean? Exactly.
Now we're back in League One. It's like we feel like we've gone full circle. We are now back to where that absolute piece of garbage whose name I refuse to say because it's a bit like Beetlejuice.
Well, Ken's on. We got rid of Ken about an hour ago. So
no, not Ken. He's too busy in a bunker on the 4th by now, and he's probably hacking his way out, I would think.
Yeah, exactly.
I won't say his name or his accomplice's name, but this is where we were when basically they took over and tried desperately to sell the club from under us and destroy us. Yeah, it's been a 20-year loop to get back to where we are. Now, for us, this is where the next chapter kicks in, where we can now start to get to the championship. And we can, for me, now my next thing now is looking at that 9th in the championship, because that's the highest we have ever been in our history. In 160 years, we have never been higher than 9th in the championship. If we can breach that, boy, all the bets are off.
Hey, it's going to
committed a lot.
I hope it goes tits up. By the way, Will Ambell says it's late, my dudes. I'm out. Thanks for the show, Will Ambell. Good to see you. Yeah. We're gonna wrap it up here in a second here, and it's good to have everyone in. And it's probably 5:30 in the morning. What time is it for you? 12:30. Yeah, 5:30 for you.
5:30 in the morning for me. Yeah.
Oh my God, your brother's Twitter.
It was worse when I was in Turkey. Well, the Chelsea match was on.
Yeah,
they're 2 hours ahead of UK time, so it was another 2 hours on top of that. So yeah, it was horrendous. But the beautiful thing was, I was sitting there on the balcony looking over the Adriatic. It was 25 degrees at 6 o'clock in the morning. I had a nice cold drink. I had the Chelsea game on. All was right with the world. It was beautiful. I had a Wrexham shirt on. So many people in Turkey was around the pool because I wore my bucket hat as well, because I've got a Marston's Ales bucket hat, which is made from an old shirt. And I had 10, 11 people all going, "Oh, Wrexham shirt. Oh, you from Wrexham?" Oh. Again, that would never have happened 4 years ago.
Ever.
Yeah. ever. Wouldn't have happened ever. But everybody's going, oh yeah, I followed Wrex. I've seen they've been really successful. It's great what you're doing, and then we'll have a conversation. That's the beauty of it. You know, it's great.
By the way,
Awesome.
football is the basis of life.
Absolutely.
Hey, it's
Absolutely. Yeah, definitely.
Well, all right, we'll let everyone go to bed. By the way, consistent people coming in, I love it. Welsh Techie, always welcome on, as you know, man. Go get some rest, and it's good chatting with you. And
I'm not going to bed now. No, I'll stay up now. I've got bits to do and stuff, so I'll be happy. You know, what I might do is I might watch the highlights of the Chelsea game again, because it's good fun watching Marriott score that goal, because that goal was
it was beautiful.
Yeah,
beautiful.
All right. I'll let you guys out. Aaron, good to see you, brother. Welsh Techie,
good to see you, Aaron.
All right, guys.
Love to the family, Aaron. Love to the family. Love to the kids.
Yes.
All right, guys.
Yep.
I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Right.
Come by for the game tomorrow. Come by for the game tomorrow. All right.
All right.
Cheers. All right. Welsh Techie and Aaron and Ken, who's in the sand trap, I'm sure somewhere on the 7th hole, probably, for sure. Good to see the boys coming in. First time for Welsh Techie, and finally met him in person, which is great. He's been in the chat and so knowledgeable. Aaron, so knowledgeable. Ken also. So it's fun. Unfortunately, the women did take a defeat 7-0 tonight. But again, it's not really about the score. It's about what we're doing as a club, and it's been in the tour. So we're very, very proud of them, and give credit to where credit is due for what they're doing up north for Portland and their academy and their team. So the Portland Thorns are awesome on that. So tomorrow we're looking at I'm going to do a recording for deep dive with Rousey from Two Beards, and then tomorrow I will be doing the live watch along for Wrexham versus Vancouver, and anyone is welcome. I'll try to get Welsh Techie back in, and Aaron, if you want to come back and watch it too, a lot of fun. So thank you all for coming in. Smash a like on the video, subscribe if you haven't, bottom right hand corner. On our way to 1,000, so it helps support, and it's so good, and such a great summer we're having here, and we're getting to a close. We're getting back to the season, which is awesome. So so happy about what we're doing, and you know, the women did well tonight. They held their heads up high and fought and battled. Score doesn't matter, and I'm so proud of them and for their tour, which comes to an end tonight. And we'll see what happens during the season. So thank you all very much, and thanks for Welsh Techie and Aaron for coming in, and Ken, and it's been fantastic. And Hip Karma and Marie, thanks guys, brilliant. Thank you, Marie from SoCal. See you tomorrow. Hip Karma as well. Thanks for the perspective, John Christensen. So yes, been a great one. So on that bombshell, I will see you all later.